back to Roll Call.
Roll Call.
Let me just one.
Roll call.
Fire time?
Sorry, there was a delay.
Fire time.
Fire time.
Fire time? Okay.
Yeah, you have my express permission.
Fire time. Yeah, fire time.
Welcome back, everyone. So excited to be here and back into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
I'm fucking sick of it.
Before we get back into the session, before I accidentally say it again and you guys all pop off again, I will pass it across the table to the dragon?
It's hard to tell. It's Callisto. I don't think it ever makes sense what he does.
Okay, because he's got like 3 top fins and...
Well, that's supposed to be like the 3 different styles of wrestling he learned. Lucha Libre, Japanese, and like WWE.
Welcome to Roll Call, where you learn fun wrestling facts.
Look, if I'm involved in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna learn a wrestling fact.
LOL, JK, everyone, this is not Dungeons & Dragons, this is wrestling facts.
Hold on, I got something for this. Hold on.
Let's go!
You're welcome.
RKO stands for Randall Keith Orton.
All right.
Anyway,
take it away. I'm gonna start
Look, I told you it was gonna happen. Last week we played D&D.
Hey!
Then on that Sunday we saw the Monument of Shadows, the Vampire the Masquerade on that Sunday.
Yeah.
D&D went on YouTube on Monday.
Monday.
Vampires went on YouTube on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That brings us to today.
Today. Whoa.
I know, time travel's fun. This video will go up on YouTube on Monday. Sunday will be Vampire the Masquerade, Monument of Shadows. December night at 6:30 p.m. EST, hosted by Cyborg.
That's hi.
Then that video will show up on YouTube on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
But if you want more Vampire the Masquerade, next Saturday, not tomorrow, next Saturday, twitch.tv/the RPG table, we will be going live again with Chicago by Night of Gods and Monsters. And it is going to be a fuckfest. So please join us. It's going to be a great time. As we'll be kicking off the pilot episode of that next Saturday. Also, right here on Roll Call on June 15th and 28th, I might have to double check those dates. 2 Sundays back to back, we will be doing a special one-shots with some special guests called Goose the Honkening, a TTRPG made by Ravnos Archon, who was generous enough to send me the PDF of it. So we're gonna play it and have time being geese committing war crimes. That's at least how I'm pandering it to my audience. So
I support this.
Check that out. Like I said, we'll have a bunch of guest players on. It'll be a great time.
It's gonna be a great time. Man, it's real bad that we all did that.
We just have like the same shtick over and over again.
We just throw the brain cell back and forth.
Yeah.
And every time we do it, it's a great time.
It's a great time.
Listen, that poor little one brain shell that we all share is just it's struggle-uggling, man.
Eventually it's gonna burn out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have brain cells? No.
Oh, bud.
We stole yours to make it work, actually.
It's been a great time.
There we go.
No, jokes, comedy always goes in 3.
Yuck.
Okay. With all that being said, thank you guys for all that. Let's get back into it. When we last left off in our Slivers of Fate campaign, our Order of Tarts had just gotten off the train at the Felidin stop. After a multi-day journey, traveling across the inter-sliver connecting train, having a day layover in the city of Low Road, and then continuing on the Taroga train. Taroga train, toot toot. You all find yourselves outside of Felidin. During that train ride, you all had a pretty peaceful going time. Nothing crazy, nothing too strenuous happened, except for one of you.
Whoa, who Who had a crazy time?
And every night, when you fell asleep, you got to, yes, John, you got to have wonderful conversations with Titus Crowley. After some pretty... how do I put this? Tense conversations. That's a good way to put it.
Sure.
Between John and Titus, he gave you an opportunity and a choice to make, and said that every night you would sit there in his office, uninterrupted, able to think about your choice. And if you wanted to assist him on a little bit of a game between this version of himself and the one in your current time. The train, due to a shorter stop, got to Felidin a little bit early. So you still haven't had the choice being made yet. You still have who knows how long. As you all depart from the train and enter into the small station, it's more of a platform, if anything, a pretty open air platform. There are still those markers along the sides of the track blowing off that soft light during the, at this point, very early morning. There is a large rolling fog cloud coming off of this central lake that you find yourself next to, with Felidin in the middle. You can look over across the lake and you can see the vast array of pink blossoming trees off in the distance, with a large skyscraper-like tower jutting out from this seemingly picturesque forest. John, you would remember that when you arrive, Peach would have instructed you to let her know when you arrive, so she can let you know what to do next.
Alright, yeah, I would send that message through the little sending cog.
Okay. Just let it say you arrived.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably tell her that we've arrived and give her our general location.
After a moment. Okay. I'll be right there. Just gonna have to... Give me about an hour? Okay. Bye. So you have about an hour of downtime. There is a small inn. It's more of just for people who are, either the ferry that goes from Felidin to the platform doesn't always run 24/7. So if you get there, depending on when you get there, if you want to go into Felidin, or if you're coming out of Felidin, you have to wait until morning. There's just a tiny little, inn, hostel more of anything, where it's kind of a shared living quarters. People just stay the night. There's not really any store or anything like that. It's pretty much the platform and this hostel/inn. So you have about an hour to wait in the morning. I'd say it's probably like 7 a.m. by the time you guys get off the train. That fog is a thick rolling cloud coming off of the lake. It's not cold though. There is a little bit of muggy warmth from this cloud, which is a stark juxtaposition against the colder air of the more autumn feel that you've experienced here in Truroga so far. As you depart the station master, just an older looking kobold, just sitting on a little like stool with a big staff. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hello there.
Morning. You heading into Felidin?
Yes, shortly.
Okay. The ferry's not up and running for like another hour or two. You're gonna have to wait a bit. Where are you from? You can tell he is no one to really talk to him in a while.
Oh.
No.
John will say, I Saluna, but formerly elsewhere. It's most of my time in Saluna, though.
Oh, nice. You from the north or south?
South.
I don't really know much about it. I just know that there's north and south, and they're different.
They are.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair enough.
Kind of the juxtaposition of night and day, really.
Oh. South?
South is tends to be a bit brighter, sunnier. North is
Yeah.
mostly night and twilight.
I'd prefer to live there then. I don't like when it's dark.
Oh, I mean, it was nice. Weather was good.
That's nice.
What about you? Are you from Felden yourself, or?
No.
Oh.
I'm from a tiny little village. Points off to like a mountain range.
Ah, okay.
Over there.
Oh, lovely. How does it compare? Gesturing to the city.
Well, everyone in my village is my brother, sister, cousin, and uncle something.
Oh, that must get difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Currently a feud going on. A lot of dead kobolds. But that's why I moved, and that's why I'll be the station master.
I'm so sorry. Did you say a lot of dead kobolds?
Yeah.
That's,
Happens.
that's terrible.
What'd you say, Shiro?
I heard you cut out. You said something master.
Oh, everyone. It's just I'm saying everyone. There's a whole like war going on. Oh, a skirmish. Yeah, but I mean, it could be. I mean, I'm okay. I left like 20 years ago. I hear it's still going.
Huh. All right.
Probably everyone I know is dead.
Oh boy.
Well,
You have quite a rich and traumatic backstory, sir.
thanks. I picked being the station master here as a opportunity of employment because, I mean, who the hell is going to cause trouble out here?
You'd be surprised.
I chuckled to myself thinking of last time.
Right, exactly. Nobody would want to cause trouble out here at all.
Exactly. They did. And if someone did cause trouble on my platform, I'd give them a stern talking to first.
Yeah, you're gonna stick it to them?
Huh? Stick. I have a big stick.
I respect that. That's...
So,
boy.
you guys have kids?
Oh, no. No children.
No. Not that I know of.
Same. I'm
Not that I know of.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think I have any
Typhoon's out there with like 27 children. Is like.
He's like, I had no idea.
Real question is, will they come out as Ganasis or as elves, though?
That's for me to pick.
Depends on when you had him.
Is it the magic? You never know.
I'm a bachelor by choice.
Oh.
Most women don't understand me.
And what makes you say that?
Because I just try and be an honest, good gentleman. And they just don't get it.
Oh god, is this a nice?
I was going to say, is he
kobold?
a nice guy?
We're all the bad guys, is what you mean.
Yep. Someone who has growth opportunities and a future outside of being the station master. This station is an important part of the structure of Taroga. And so, here I sit.
Well, clearly this is, I mean, you were right, this is an incredibly important job for you, so it would be rude of us to continue to interrupt you.
Well, no one else got off, so I mean, No one's getting on, so I don't got anything to do.
Oh. Do you know if the inn serves food at all?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
My name's Crackle, by the way.
Crackle, it's pleasant to meet you.
Is he sitting on a barrel?
No.
I'm sorry. That was...
Joke's on you. The whole world is Cracker Barrel.
God damn it.
It's all one big Cracker
It's
Barrel.
all one big Cracker Barrel.
I knew something was off.
Wait,
it's
which
Cracker
Sliver's the
Barrel?
gift
It's
shop?
always been Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Which Sliver's the gift
The gift
shop?
shop.
Oh man.
I mean, once this train departs, I ain't got much to do. If I could probably eat.
Oh, all right. If if that's all right with my comrades, if our new friend Crackle, the station master, joins us for breakfast.
You sure you don't need to stay?
Are you paying?
Watch.
Am I paying? I mean, I'll pay for mine. I'm a station
Sure.
master here. You think I got money?
Well, yeah.
I
I
am
mean,
rich
it's a very
in,
important
in stories
And trauma.
and experience.
I, on the other hand, just remembered I am firmly broke. So
I got you,
I mean, if
John.
I could eat with you, I could maybe pull a string. Bethany in there. Her and I go way back.
all right then.
Me.
We're not escaping this NPC, guys. We're stuck with him.
I'm gonna let John do it so Dragonheart doesn't cause any
I'm
attention.
entertained either way.
So who are you with? He looks at the rest of the group.
Go on, rest.
I'm Nariana.
Nice to meet you. I'm Crackle.
I'm Ty.
Nice to meet you. I'm Crackle.
Nice to meet you.
Teresa would be like,
Punchy.
I'm Punchy. Nice to meet you. I'm Crackle. Claw. Would just be like, Claw. Nice to meet you. I'm Crackle.
Our names. We have Claw and Punchy. That's such an interesting group right there.
You know, one of these days when Claw's trying to hide herself, I just want her to like look at Fang and be like, "My name is Fang."
This is Claw.
That tracks. That would exactly how that went.
Yeah.
Hello, Crackle. I am Dragonheart Jr.
Hi, Dragonheart Jr. I'm Crackle. Did you have a Dragonheart Senior?
There is a senior, yes. That would be my father.
I'd hope so. That'd be weird.
That'd be real
I
weird.
mean, it could be your mother. People have all sorts of names.
That's true.
That's supposed to be a dragon.
So shall we get breakfast?
Yes, please.
I'll be right there. I gotta close up. Just looking
Take
at the
your
dragon
time.
mask.
Yes, it would be a dragon.
I'm a dragon.
Yes, you are. Looks nothing like you, though, does it?
I mean, I don't have wings.
That's fair.
Nor I can't breathe fire either.
Mm.
I just spit mad rhymes from time to times. That old Crackle, always here. Well, you guys run along. I'll be right there.
Exit stage left.
Yeah, just
John
gonna
is like,
walk
it has been
away.
approximately 135 seconds since Peach said she would be here in an hour. I still have so many more to
down.
go.
The minutes become hours. The hours become eons.
The days have grown long.
Dearly
I forget,
beloved.
I forget what the smell of freedom was like. Do you guys head over to the inn, I take it?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, we could just make a run for it.
There's nowhere to run.
I know. That's why I can't.
Y'all can't get across.
Crackle will find us.
Hey, where'd you go, friends?
Crackle's just gonna be like showing up everywhere now.
Howdy, I'm
You the
Crackle.
traveler?
Hi, I'm Crackle.
I'm Paul.
Traveler.
No, I'm Pop. I'm
It
Grackle's
reminds, me,
cousin.
it reminds me vaguely of this old puppet character.
Oh my god, from
too,
Avatar.
called Purple. This is a bird, and every time he go, like, "Hi, I'm Purple." Just that's all he would do.
It's kind of weird. Crackle's done. So you guys head over to the inn. It has literally no name. It is just
the
a building
inn with no name,
with
It's like
just
a horror
two
book.
doors that open up like a saloon. You walk inside. There is no one else in this building. The only individual is a woman who appears to be in her like mid-50s. She's a drow woman who's just like just sleeping, like at the bar, just laying there like this. As you walk in, there is like a bling, 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 like the alarm spell has been cast on the door. Not like an alert, not like oh my god, red alert
Like
style,
a
but more like
greeting.
it sounds like a door chime.
Hmm.
So she, oh shit. Good meditation. Good meditation, Bertha.
Mariana will
Not
snicker.
Bethany. She's not saying
I clocked that. Yes.
This place is absolutely private.
It is, the inside has about 5 tables in small, like it's like the front third of the building is this like bar inn thing, like the tavern, and the back half just the hostel, or the back 2/3 is the hostel.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, hello, good morning. She looks outside. How's it going?
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
You guys
We've
stay?
come to see about
Are you
breakfast.
open?
Food, yes. Food. One moment, have a seat. I'll bring out your menus.
Thank you.
Oh, she's like, shit, where'd I put those? Where'd I put those? Oh. Pulls them out. You guys have a seat. The chairs feel like they could break under the slightest bit of aggression.
Note to self: do not aggression chairs.
Narayana will
I'm
slowly and gently sit down.
I'm
Yeah, well-
tempted to rock and to make creaky noises, but I'm gonna stop.
You creak in at once, and you hear like a
I
somewhere.
stop moving instantly.
Yeah, Nariana, with all your heavy armor, and then when Teresa also sits down, there's like a slight creak to it. She will come around. Like, she doesn't even go around. She just like hops over the bar itself. Here are your menus. Puts them down. You need anything? Let me know. Just shout your order.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I get you started with morning juice, coffee, water?
Coffee, please.
Coffee.
Bloody Mary.
I think it's a little early.
Yeah, okay.
It's got tomato juice. It's a breakfast.
I think I'll call
It's
do you want
7
that
o'clock in
one?
the morning.
Can I get a mojito?
Yeah, I
It's
can probably
7
make
o'clock
that
in the morning.
Okay.
So
On the
it's
menu,
late somewhere.
it is handwritten. It says like bacon and eggs.
Yep.
Eggs and
That's
toast.
it.
Sounds great.
I'm for that.
Like, it looks like the
Mimosa,
most
that's the
bare
word I was looking
bones
for.
menu possible. Toast, egg, bacon, sausage, like the basic bare minimums. Nothing fancy, nothing nice, nothing even like a special, no combos. It's just, you get what you get.
I'm okay with that.
She'll go behind the bar. Bloody Mary.
It's a breakfast.
What's that, dear? Oh, I gotta be right back. And she'll like go to behind, like back away from you guys. So you guys are alone right now.
This place, I don't think gets many visitors, like at all.
What was your first clue?
I thought it was just a dead day, but I think it's just dead all the time. I don't remember coming here last time I was here.
You didn't. By the time that you got off the train originally, the ferry was going, so you just got on the ferry.
Oh, yes, it's convenient to stop in case anyone needs. Oh well.
So yeah, you after a few moments, she will come back out. Just had to help with the back real quick. I definitely will have your drinks and everything out soon.
Do you need help with that?
No, I got it. I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna insight that.
Go for it.
I don't believe it. I'm just gonna let it go.
16 plus 7.
Yeah, you insight. She definitely needed to go grab something, and upon as she like hops over the bar, you see there's like what appears to be like a drink recipe book she had stashed like in her back, like under her shirt on her back, and she just hops over and just like she's gotta grab the glasses real quick, leans down under the bar. You just hear like a book thud and then open.
I'm curious. Is there like, what's it called? Like, is there a bar tool where you can learn like mixology?
As like a feature on a stat sheet?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Ah,
I don't think there is
I'd
one,
give it
but it just popped in my
I'd
head.
give that like an alchemical kit with some flavor.
I'm gonna buy one.
Because what is mixology and alcohol but an alchemy kit?
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know, that's a different.
I'm gonna learn to make drinks just for fun.
Got it. I mean, fair. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
allowed.
I want to be able to do the show too, like how bartenders like flip the bottles and stuff.
Well, you do have good sleight of hand, so that would.
Exactly.
Um,
I didn't pay
after
myself
probably
somehow.
about 4 minutes, she will come back with the drinks. They are, first glance, it appears to be someone's like first attempt at making some of these.
Fair.
Do you guys know what you want to eat?
Can I get the sausage and eggs, please?
Got it.
Bacon and eggs, please.
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs also.
Bacon and eggs.
Call will just be like. Yeah,
Apparently, there's also a crackle coming in. I don't. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
You say my name is Bethany.
He did.
We'll just go with it. There should be like, bacon and eggs. Okay.
I have questions.
Everyone
Okay.
else bacon and eggs, and one person sausage and eggs. Got
Gosh, Nari, so different.
I don't want to be one of the pack.
I mean, to be fair, Nari placed the order
it.
first.
So,
I know, I'm TC.
she will head to the back again. You hear, at this point, you finally hear another voice. You kind of hear like a little bit of like someone who's just got woken up, like fall up. Poof. I'm up. I'm up.
Fair enough.
And they will, you'll hear and get the slight smell of something being cooked coming from the back. Around this time is when Brackle comes in. Hey guys.
Hello. Wasn't sure what to order for you, so...
Don't worry, I got it.
Bethany.
I'm the usual. Pile of eggs, got it.
Just a pile of eggs.
So, pulls up a chair and just gets a little awkwardly close, sitting next to John.
Oh, good.
So, you guys like to gamble?
No.
Can't say I do.
I mean, like, what are we talking here?
Oh, you know, just cards, dice, knifesies.
I've dabbled. Especially in knife seas.
Dabbled in knifesies. Have you dabbled in front hand, backhand?
Don't get me started.
It's a game where you're just like, okay, close your eyes. Okay, did I front hand you or backhand you?
I was like, I'm not even gonna answer that. Don't get me started is my response.
What about you?
We
You heavily armored woman?
If the price is right.
John just like looks at the cleric like.
Even I was looking like.
I think we all are. We're like, we have some questions about this cleric.
We could have bonded over this the entire time.
No. She just would have made fun of you drinking the whole time.
Just the strange morality that this cleric has. You're an alcoholic. Also, gambling's fine.
And you have the audacity to judge my morals. I'm not hurting anyone. Mostly.
You're hurting yourself.
Mostly.
Well, I have a set of dice. We can go high-low.
I'll play around with you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
He plays. I want to insight his playing.
Ooh, actually, can I insight the roll?
It's a dice.
Yeah. So he's gonna roll, and you each pick. If it's high or low, it's 2d6. So highest is 12, lowest is 2. 7. Everyone loses, and that means no one gets money.
What are the stakes?
Bethany, you still got that like hot sauce? Yes, still have the hot sauce that you brought and say I have to keep here. Perfect. A shot of that.
Okay.
We in? You in?
Oh,
No.
sauce.
You in?
No, I will
I
abstain.
don't know. I thought money was involved.
We discussed this. I don't have much money.
I thought this is your way of getting money.
What? No. That's mean.
For the record, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
trying
that's-
very
yeah,
hard
yeah,
not to
uh-huh.
cause any more attention by trying the fun hot sauce. That is probably going to be very overpowered. He's trying to behave.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You're not gonna do it? You scared?
Yeah, didn't you
Afraid you'll
drink?
turn into
a five or
steam there,
something?
water boy?
Yeah, something like that.
Now I know I'm a true dragon. Okay. Mariana? High or low?
Hi.
You can roll me those insides if you'd like.
24.
I got a 4. He's rolling straight.
For now.
Ooh. Sorry, looks like you gotta take a shot of hot sauce.
Fair.
He will hop down from his chair, go up to the bar, look up, comes out. It's not a standard like hot sauce bottle. This looks to be like a mason jar, just full of some sort of reddish, rusty colored liquid.
God damn, am I curious.
She will pour a shot glass of it and place it down, and he will come back and place it down in front of you. Sorry, you loser.
I'll take it. Cheers. I take a shot.
Con save.
You pass out.
That is a 22.
That's really good. You don't immediately vomit. Your body does not immediately reject this substance. The heat and intensity of it, though, and just all around flavor, vile. It literally tastes as if someone took like moldy, rotted peppers and like extracts and various things and just let it sit in a jar for a while. It has a nice kick to it. I would say on a Scoville unit, it's probably up to like Pepper X, which is hot as fuck. So Nariata, you don't vomit. I mean, it is hot. You start your body just from pure reaction is sweating, but it doesn't cause you to like pass out, vomit, anything like that.
Oh my god, that was vile. That is not hot sauce. What is that?
Yes, it is. It's what I call
Can
it.
I smell it?
Oh, 100%. It is.
I'll pass you the shot glass.
I have to pass out from this. Like, what happens when I
When you
smell it?
smell it, when you smell something so vile or so spicy that your sinuses like burn.
Oh god, I like would retch back like.
Yeah,
No.
Like a cat in every one of those videos.
I call it
Yeah.
Tiamat's funeral because even this could kill it.
It's gonna be somebody's funeral. I swear to God.
My own handmade recipe.
What's in it?
I don't think you want to know.
Ah,
I'm not the one drinking it. I don't think you want to know.
I don't even know what's in it. I just kind of went for it. Go with gusto.
Yeah. That was disgusting. But I'll take my lashings like a loser should.
See, she gets it. She's got the heart of a dragon.
Yeah,
I
no,
looked
I'm
at you,
water.
but he does not look at you.
Okay. Dragonheart, behave.
After
I'm gonna
about-
look at you to egg you on.
Oh, okay. So Typhoon's like,
I'm just like, oh.
No, Dragonheart's gonna behave. He doesn't want to cause any problems.
John's real proud of you right now.
He's trying to at least get through one city without causing
the
problems.
boy can.
I am a bad example, and I start looking at the jar, then back at you, then at the jar, then back at you. Yeah.
It'd be a real shame if Dragonheart had more self-control than you're egging on.
After a few minutes,
It's not gonna stop me.
You will get food. It comes out on nice-ish. I'd say it comes out on like somewhere between Waffle House and Denny's style of plate.
Fair enough.
So you guys, it tastes pretty good. It is well seasoned. It is cooked well. It is, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the sword and the blade and elemental, and that being 10 out of 10. This is probably like solid 5. Better than some places you've had.
This is very good. Thank you.
Indeed,
Oh.
thank you.
You're welcome. That's my my husband back there cooking.
Mm.
You guys eat your meal, and then Crackle will, as soon as he gets it, just gonna be like, take some of his hot sauce.
I was wondering if he was gonna do
Oh
it.
god, Nariana's gonna try not and gag.
Yeah, I will scoot away from him if I am close.
Takes the eggs.
Oh my god.
Into the jar. No.
And then he
Oh.
just starts eating it. You will see.
Oh.
You will see the one behind the bar. Oh, he does this every time.
You know, just when you think you've seen
So there's
everything,
old eggs in the jar at
and
all
then
times.
you don't.
Nariana, give me another con save real quick.
That is vile.
Hey, as people say, don't yuck my yum.
That's
As the
8.
young kids
With an
say.
eight?
It has to be yum to yuck it.
You feel like something's about to come up if you continue to watch him eat.
I feel something's gonna come up, and I'm not looking.
And he just like sticks his tiny hand in there and just scoops some of it and just eating it.
Oh. You can just hear Nariana just like trying to keep it down.
I look away completely.
So,
The smell is still burning my nose.
Bethany, will look and just like mouth you guys. It's the house. Don't. You are.
I mean, Crackle wasn't wrong when he said bringing him with.
You are
bringing
good
him with
people.
us. Crackle wasn't wrong when he said bringing him with us might get us a deal. He wasn't wrong about that.
Salad. Point.
That's true. He was not lying.
Crackle is
Oh,
never
but
told
at
a
what
lie.
cost?
Exactly, but at what cost? The truth. You can't handle the truth.
Oh my god. Oh man.
After about an hour and 15 minutes, the door will open. And you will see in a very practical cloak, like hood up, brought around face, like can't really see much of dimension of the body. You know exactly who this is. They are about how tall?
I mean, what's like average for a halfling? Like,
I'm sorry, with John being so tall, everyone is of minuscule
I was gonna
stature.
say that they're
Height
3
means
feet.
nothing
Yeah,
to a man
yeah.
of his
so
stature.
yeah, probably right around the 3 foot mark.
So it's around a 3 foot tall, just cloaked individual comes in. You hear a voice. It seems. Everyone else's voice seems like it's not altered, but for John, who knows what Peach sounds like, this sounds like a weird pitch altering thing.
Excuse me. Are you the Order of Torques?
What are you doing?
I
Depends
don't
on
know
who's
what you
asking.
mean, individual.
Does this voice just sound weird to us?
Just sounds exactly what I'm doing.
Yes, strange person who I've never encountered in my entire life. We are the Order of Tarts.
Under the authority of Felidin, I order you to come with me.
Such a deep, such a small body.
That's a fair point.
I don't,
We'll
Crackle's
just
like,
look at
"Oh."
John like, what?
I don't trust this at all.
Can I insight it?
Well, yes, the Order of Authority here in Felidin, we cannot refuse such a request. It would be quite rude.
20.
How would he know that they're authority? They didn't even show a badge or anything.
You gain with that insight, you get the sense that with how John's acting, this is Peach.
I have not incited.
No,
Nope.
you have not.
So I'm going with it.
What a shame. Lovely breakfast, Crackle. It was interesting to meet you.
Realizing this gets me away from the hot sauce, I will go with.
I was like, whoa, important. All right, see you guys later. Another round of eggs. Thank you for stopping in.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'll leave a silver on the table.
Yeah. I just gonna
I
tell her
think we all
good
do.
luck. Yeah, I did too. Let me take a silver out.
Cracker will be like, oh, you didn't have to pay me. The company was free.
Oh no, I put it on the on like the
Slide.
bar.
Oh, you go to the bar table. And put
Yeah, I
it
put
we're
on
all
the
just
bar.
like, I'm so sorry.
We just take that back real quick, put it on the bar.
Well, another story for Crackle. I'll take him to go. Put him in the jar.
Ariana will heave again.
And you all walk out with this cloaked figure. As you walk out, you see there is a boat moored at the dock over by the lake. The figure doesn't say anything and sits down, and like at the back of the boat begins to like undo the tackle and everything, and picks a small box out of their bag that appears to be holding. Bag's only like this big. But the box that comes out is like that big. Comes out and just attaches it to the back of the boat.
John's just like, kind of just eyeing them like what the fuck. But is gonna go with it for the moment.
I'm guessing this is your friend.
No, this is the Order of Authority here in Felidin. Didn't you hear them? John winks. Very obviously.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Clearly, we are in some big trouble.
Not again. Oh, no, it looks like you're getting arrested again.
That's not funny.
I'm totally teasing you about this.
John,
But
you
does
can
she
tell-
know that
Yeah,
yet?
right.
I feel like with the sarcasm, I don't know, that's up to you.
The breathing is very like anxious. Like she's kind of stressed.
John will kind of lean down and just kind of lower his voice and be like, "Are you deep? Is everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Is there anything I can do to assist?"
Oh, please get on the boat.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you heard the authority. Get on the boat.
Okay.
Teresa's like, interesting. This is not normally who does this.
Well, yeah, she is the one who lived there.
Yes,
she can
yeah.
definitely tell.
Looking at just trusting John will sit down in the boat.
Good. Good.
And just starts heading off through this ride generally by hand, where the two twin dwarves that normally are the ones that row this boat takes about 20-30 minutes. It's probably gonna take like 15, double the speed. After you guys are away and the fog kind of covers you up, pulls off the hood, and what you see is she has currently a very messy bun in the back with wavy red hair, not kind of copper tone red hair. She's a halfling. She currently has it appears to be some sort of weird mouthpiece on with there's this gem and runes inscribed around it. Her glasses she has on are rounder spectacles that currently she is pushing back up on her face, and you see, tucked up and back close to her head are two additional sets of lenses that go in front. She currently has her travel attire, which is a pretty nice button-up with one of those scholar's vests, and she has a bunch of her bags and packs around her waist, all of them bags of holding. She looks quite frazzled, even more so. Her messy bun, messier than usual. She is, as she sitting there, she will pull out a new fidget toy that she has. Is currently this kind of like a knuckle duster, but it makes she can squeeze it and it makes a clicking sound.
Makes
click.
the yeah.
Yeah, she's doing click, 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 click. Okay, that was you see it turns off and she pulls it off in her face. This is everyone. This is Pete. Hi, John.
Hi, everyone. This is Peach.
Hi, Peaches.
Why the cloak and dagger?
I just with the important and when I'm all around with Teresa, I just I just wanted to be safe and sorry. And practicality would dictate if no one saw my face and no one knows who I am, then I wouldn't be linked in case this goes sideways. You understand?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Are you okay?
I am incredibly stressed. You must be Typhoon. You must be Dragonheart Jr. You're Nariana. That is Claw. And pulls down the lens, looks at Teresa. That's Teresa. Good to know.
No, that's Crackle.
I'm thinking, like, how did she not figure with the process of elimination? That was
I know, right?
Teresa, like, right away. But, you know.
Trust but verify. Trust but verify.
Yes,
Very fair enough.
Are you concerned you're being watched or followed?
I mean, you know where we are. Always, but never.
Are you wanted or something?
Me?
No.
Oh, that
Oh, that would be real bad for my career. My trajectory would be all off. No,
Just because
I'm
you're
definitely
hiding
not
from
wanted.
something or someone. So I was just curious.
Peach is doing us a favor by helping us get a certain somebody looking at Teresa, in here.
Yeah. It's a big favor. Big favor. But
I don't know, appreciate it.
gotta help John.
So that is, why
They don't
she's
want to
extra
be
anxious.
caught. Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna dock by the Marigold house on the outside, like closer to. It's gonna take a little bit of a walk, but we're gonna go on that side of it. Is that okay, Teresa? You know, like is that good? Because that's the plan. Teresa will be like, yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, cool. I need you all to put these on. I'm gonna hand you like a coin.
I'll take it.
Mariana will look at it. Can I
It's a
insight it,
one-use-
or
you can investigate.
Can I Arcana check it, even though I'm not good with Arcana?
Sure.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
yeah, I rolled a nat 1 for
Yeah. No, you
a
don't.
0, so
I rolled 7.
Don't have any clue on either of them.
Well, we tried.
I don't understand magic,
Just
so I'm not even going to try.
just put it on, and I will activate it when we get close, and you're all gonna go invisible for a little bit.
Ooh.
Any
Cool.
particular way we should put a coin on?
Put it on.
It-
Stick it there.
Did you make these?
John will just like put it on the inside of his like.
And as you do it, you kind of get like you kind of feel the stitching like. Did I make these?
Yes. Did you make these?
John, I don't want to be rude,
Oh,
but is this a bad idea that I did this? Click, 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 click.
I promise nothing will happen to you.
Hey, why is that the question? I was just asking if you made it. It's a cool device. Never mind.
If the question seems off kilter, it may be because I didn't really tell them too much about you.
Roll me
Yeah,
inside.
they didn't,
Yeah.
they didn't really say
Yeah.
much at all.
17.
17 insight. She both looks perplexed and a little offended.
Really not for lack of wanting to, just there's been so much going on.
To be fair, we kind of recently met John when a lot was going on.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, you did.
I mean, I keep tabs.
Now I want to
Yes,
be a wingman for John.
So we haven't really discussed
Ah.
much. Yes.
Well, I'm Peach. I am the High Artificer in training of Felidin. That is big
News to me.
yes,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
news. Last you heard, she was just training in Gemstead.
Got it.
I currently am working on some big projects, and with the most recent news and ongoings of the Marigold Estate, they promoted me.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Oh, now the hiding makes a lot more sense.
No, not congratulations.
You don't want the job?
Oh, no.
I was. I'm not ready.
Wasn't
for
it
that.
an honor to be a high Oh,
It's a big
artificer?
honor. It's a big honor. But logistically speaking, I'm about 5 months, 3 weeks, 6 days, and 8 hours away from being ready for being the next, like the apprentice.
I mean,
Peach, you're absolutely brilliant. I'm sure, even if you don't feel ready, logically, intelligently, you're ready.
when does anyone ever really feel ready for such a superior role, you know? Leveling up or going up higher in the world? No one's ever truly ready.
I would have been
I'm sure you
ready
got this.
in 5 months, 3 weeks. She does the whole like 5 months,
The
3
whole
weeks,
time
few
span
days.
again.
Yeah, that I would have been ready by then. I have it. She'll pull out like a little notebook calendar. I have it circled right there. Yeah. Then you don't have your life planned out like that.
Can't say I have. There's too many things that go to the wind.
John's just like smiling at her. Just like,
How could you to the wind? But you can predict where the wind goes. The wind moves in a pattern. You can see. We have ways of tracking that. You can follow that.
it's
But you can't
figment of
predict how the
speech,
world. Yeah,
really. Not.
not literally.
He's not talking about the literal wind direction.
Oh,
He's talking about allowing the entropy of life to put him at its will.
I mean, yeah, planning is great, but you can't plan for the unexpected all the time. Sometimes, but not all the time.
Don't
No.
give her a challenge.
Kind of curious.
I mean, you were unexpected, but I planned for that. Now we're here.
But did you know we were going to call in advance?
I mean, I prepared for John to eventually call me one day.
Okay, so sort of planned, but still unexpected.
Hydrate.
I just hydrated too.
Let's go.
Thanks, Firefly.
Firefly MVP.
Look, the roadmap of your life appears to be one of twists and turns and setbacks and really odd
You
fashion
mean
choices.
setbacks?
My track is as strong and good as the one that you came on.
Impressive.
Is it
But doesn't
impressive
that get
or-
stressful?
I mean,
No. This is
You're dead.
stressful. Right here, you guys are stressful.
Try not to, I didn't even
try
do
not to
anything.
take offense to that.
Try not to-
rude?
I'm behaving, damn it.
It just a little bit.
I'm so bad at this, you know that.
I know. I really should have prepared them better.
You really should have.
Yes, I know.
I would give you a demerit for that, but we're not in school anymore. So.
No, we're not. We haven't been in school for a while.
Anyway, yes. There's a lot going on currently in Felidin. So be prepared. I mean,
Are
I
you
will
gonna get
say,
arrested?
your hat is a decent attempt. If you go near by anybody who has one of my glasses on, they'll be able to look like that. But most people don't have that. You don't have to worry about that. I can potentially try and get you something better, or help to enhance that so it's more passable. But yeah, the rest of you though, you all should be fine going about. I hope. Just if Captain Drog comes to talk to you, just tell exact. Oh God, you gotta lie. Click. Okay, what you need to say in the exact order is, you are here visiting me because you are with my ex-quarter, who you're interested in my current work.
We're here visiting you because we're interested in your current work
Because you're with my ex-quarter.
with your ex-quarter. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not very good at lying, so I'm gonna memorize this.
You better
Well,
get real good.
technically, none of that is a lie.
Yeah, you just yeah. We're not lying per se. We're just omitting other key details and factors that could wind us all up in Gemstead.
You're just picking certain truths.
Okay. I think I can handle that.
Yes. bend the fabric of truth to your whim.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
Me neither.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Teresa will. Who is Captain Trog?
It's a good question.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since you've been here. When your father was creator? No. What are they?
Just say dad.
Father.
When your father was arrested, they brought in a lot of individuals, myself included, to study your father's research and what he was going on. I was tasked with going through your house. So, you have a very cute room.
Awkward, but okay.
That looks at. Is it not supposed? I thought it was cute-ish. I cleaned your house. Teresa looks semi-mortified.
Do you know whether or not Teresa is also wanted?
I will. Yes.
Well, great that we have a disguise, I guess.
Teresa is technically property of the Gilded Ones and Titus Crowley. Rest in peace.
How did they discover that she was not his daughter?
Probably some schematics that they found.
Don't know that. I just know that they found out.
Did you say, I'm so sorry, I just barely caught it, Titus Crowley passed?
That, yeah. Apparently last night.
Huh.
Old. It's okay, though. He lived a good long life. Did a lot of things for Taroga. So, most cities are having days of quiet for the next week or so.
Would you mind going into great depths and detail what that entails for my counterparts?
To which thing? Who Titus Crowley is?
The Days of Quiet.
Oh, the Days of Quiet. It pretty much in honor of Titus Crowley, the smartest man to ever walk the face of our beloved plane. No. How do I put this in a way you all understand? Be good, learn a lot.
Shut up and read.
Shut up and read. Which is good. It's given me time off, technically, for the next week. We're not doing any of our regular artificer duties. We are just spending time reading. I have been reading a lot of Charles's things. Is this awkward for you? Teresa will be like, I'd be lying. I said no.
Sounds like a knowledge week.
Yes.
I don't know.
The reason why the Gilded Ones made it this way is because the amount of knowledge we lost with Titus needs to be equalized. Yeah.
So they're trying to match his level of genius with either a group of people that can accumulate to that or someone who is a genius.
Yes. There's no pressure on you guys, though. I don't want you guys to get burnt out.
There's a few things I would like to research, actually. But yeah.
Okay. You can let me know what that is, and I will try and get it. Mary's going to be a problem.
Should I do that now, or like when we get there?
No, not now.
Okay. I'm gonna make a list right now.
Teresa will... Mary is Dad's assistant. Yes, Mary Lockhart. That would be Charles Marigold's trusted assistant, who, upon investigation, was cleared of any wrongdoing, never did anything wrong. So still about. Doesn't come to Charles as often. When we're there, we can work on figuring out where to stash you all.
All right, then. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a question, and it might be rude to ask. Why a mask?
Culture. Have you ever been to Dryota?
No. It is a place of no magic, desolation, and barbarianism, so I'm not really sure of that.
Prince Barbarian.
And I'm just gonna send you.
John's gonna like preeminently also just step in and be like, not actual prince.
She boiled it down to barbarian, so he was like, all right, fine, you want to do that? Dad is big bad barbarian. So
Just
You seem very small for being a barbarian.
it's because
Wait, you're a barbarian.
kidding. Again, I had to figure out how to be different than Dad, who is big bad barbarian.
I think you're definitely different, especially with the flamey Hotman.
Okay, please don't punch people.
I'm doing very good at not doing that recently.
Well, out of curiosity, like wherever we're going, is there like a training hall where we could just train like between ourselves? Is
Absolutely
there?
not.
Okay, just thought it'd be worth asking, you know.
Well, technically there is in the Marigold Estate. For Teresa, I imagine I don't believe your father was punching stone things.
I imagine that's like heavily guarded. We probably couldn't use it.
Oh, we're going to the estate.
But I mean the training area.
Please do not use it. If there is new wear and tear on there, they will be there will be many questions.
Yeah,
Click,
no
click,
worries.
click. I don't.
And this is why I asked. Oh, you're fine. That's why I like to ask in advance.
So, we should be there soon. I'm going to ask you all to be very quiet, very still, while I activate these. She will bring up a bag, like a coin purse, open it up and speak into it and close it, and you will all vanish. As you get closer and closer to the coastline of the Isle of Illidan, you see that these are very large, pink, blossoming trees. And there is a wafting, sweet smell coming from them. Not a sickly sweet, but more of a natural sweet, kind of like when you bite into an apple and there's that like aroma of, sweet fruit. The air itself is not cold, it is not hot. It appears to be kept at a perfect spring-like balance. For Typhoon and Teresa, this is how it was last time. It is the druids here keep the island kind of like in a kind of a stasis per se. Things are kept roughly around a 72-degree point. Rain still happens. You can't really control that. There's no one here powerful enough to just cast control weather on a whim.
No. Ah, damn it.
But it is as you enter onto there is a small dock as you were on the technically, from where you're entering, which is from the east, you're heading to the southern side of the island. There was a smaller dock there. She will dock that. You'll see she'll put all of her disguise stuff away and stand up and pull out from there a backpack and put it on. Everything she's wearing is has a practical use to it. She doesn't have anything extraneous, nothing extravagant, nothing, glittery, golden, nothing. She doesn't even have, any accessories or jewelry. She will whisper to you guys, "As I'm tying up, please get out."
Alright.
We'll begin
Get
tackling
out
up.
stealthily.
I was saying, should we
Everyone
be
give me
still-
stealth checks at advantage. And if you, for Nariana and Teresa, I think Teresa have?
Does she wear armor?
No.
So I'd roll straight.
You roll straight.
22.
Yes.
17.
20,
Yes.
Ooh.
24.
Yes.
I rolled a 1.
That will fail. Teresa got a 10, which is a fail. All comes down to Claw.
You would hope.
Obviously, she's
I
gonna
take it we're not in her
pass.
favored terrain, though.
You is not.
You
But
is
it's
sure
still
about
an
that?
advantage.
Yes, as DM, I am very sure about that.
All right, just checking.
It's +8 though. Yes, a nat 20.
Let's
None
go.
of you know where Claw went.
Not again.
Not again.
Claw
Track
is
her.
like, you guys get a sense of where you are because you guys know your sounds of each footsteps as you get onto the dock. There is a little bit of you guys kind of move like sliding, like doing this. You guys can't even see each other, just making sure you don't bump into anybody. Yeah, you have no idea where Claw went.
Fair. The tracks.
No, there's no tracks.
Dang it, I was gonna say that. Let's go, same brain.
Peach will tie up and be like, okay, follow. She will put down her other lens. Claw is up in a tree. Okay. She will just follow behind me. As you all follow in to the island, you guys go past the trees on the outside you give like a thick visual break. You can't really see past in them to the city of Felidin proper through these, the amount of trees. But as you go through, you go past various smaller plots of, gardens and beautiful flower beds and, vegetable gardens, fruit gardens, a small plot of field land that you go by. This island is, rather large, all things considered, with, the state of everything. As you walk, it's about a 15-minute walk, slow pace, getting through there. That nat 20 of Claw definitely like offsetting.
Yeah.
My 1.
You guys do go past some guards as you're walking. Peach has picked up a few like flowers and plants from various garden beds and is like holding them in one hand. She is clicking with her other hand the toy she has. One of the guards would be like, "Oh, Peach, out gathering supplies?" "Yep, got them right here. Need to make them for another experiment." Just keep walking. They don't question her at all. They just let her go through. The guards of Felidin are wearing thinner studded leather armor. They're not nearly as bulky as some of the other guards you've seen throughout. They appear to all have some sort of mount with them. They are not... you can't see what they are. appears to be you just see like the reins and the saddle sitting on something invisible, from what you can tell. If anyone would like to try and figure out what that is, you can roll me an associated roll. But
out of curiosity, sure.
Okay, give me a nature, an intelligence, or an arcana.
I'd like to do Arcana.
I'll do the nature
Might all be
then.
negative, so no.
I had a 14.
Okay,
25.
Jesus. Big brain.
25.
Intelligence character.
I know, that's why I said big brain.
The 25, you figure out what they are. Typhoon, with that, you don't quite understand what you're looking at. They have harnessed wind sprites.
Hmm.
So, air elementals that carry and move things. Very quiet. Virtually undetectable when they're in the air. So there's a sense of, out of everything in Taroga, this place seems to have the most druidic power and like natural aura to it. They're not currently sitting on their mounts. They just have them there beside them. You continue to go until you get to a large house, the estate, as it were. The building goes about 2.5 stories, the half being the attic. It is roughly the size of, today's market, it'd probably go for about $500,000. And how big it is, like square footage wise from the base. It does have a wraparound porch. There is a beautifully, you see a handmade fence going across. It is a pretty elegant design. As you approach, if anyone, you guys are semi-close to Teresa, you kind of hear like a little bit of a shakiness in the breathing coming from Teresa. As you all approach, there is no one around the building. No one's like keeping posts. No one's watching about. She will walk up, open the gate to the side entrance that you're approaching from, and we'll leave it open for you guys to all enter. She will, after you've all made it through, she'll be like, "Oh, the gate," and mage hand it close. Open the door, let you guys all in, and then close it. Before you guys, they feel like a whoomp whoomp, whoomp whoomp, and your coins just clatter off of you. Okay, we made it. That is good. I am very happy for that.
I love this device.
I'll reach over and just squeeze Teresa's hand.
She will give you just grip back.
I'm assuming you've already checked for...
Oh, yes. Everything in here is perfectly fine. I kind of live here now.
Oh.
I don't... Looks to Teresa. I don't sleep in like your bed or anything. I have a portable one. So I haven't been like doing anything weird. Is that weird for me to say? Should I have said that at all? You know what? No, it's too late.
Just let it go. It's okay. It's okay. You can just pat Teresa on the back, just as a free, like a kind of
Teresa
reassuring
is like
support type of thing.
kind of wigging out.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. Why would they freak
I'm
out?
sure the way Peach is talking is not helping at all.
Yeah, John's just gonna look at Peach and just... Sometimes less is more.
I know. I'm not good with
I know.
feelings.
I know. I understand.
In my head, I'm like, I can see how you guys got together.
She'll be like, I have to go check in, even though I'm technically off duty. I still have to go check in every day for if any news is coming down from the Gilded Ones.
Of course. Any place that we should avoid here?
In the building?
Yes.
Uh,
I'm just because this is Teresa's, her former home.
Yeah.
Look at Teresa. Don't go in my room. And probably a good idea not to go in my father's workshop. Yeah, probably.
Oh, no. I wasn't asking you, Teresa. My apologies for the misunderstanding. I was asking Peach. I didn't know if there was any place that we shouldn't.
Oh, from my perspective, the owner of the house is in the building, so I have no say anymore. Just don't
in terms
touch
of like
anything.
security
Don't break
wise.
anything. Don't do anything that would leave a lasting mark. If you touch something, put it back. Generally.
Very well.
Like no guards will be coming
check
in or
in.
anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Charles had blinds for a long time put in that no one could see what he was working on. Which makes sense that because he created
Yeah, so yeah, we'll go
she was
explore.
just gonna walk out. Realizing she was about to say something probably gonna set Teresa
Insensitive.
off. Just
I was
Ask
like,
yourself-
well, before I do that.
looks at John, just shaking her head and just walked out. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Woo.
So
We're in the house.
Yes, you're right.
Huh?
You're in the house. So we will be right back with
So afraid of sneezing.
you guys exploring the Marigold Estate.
Time to look for
Don't go
secret
nowhere.
rooms.
Marigold.
And we're back.
I had to control that impulse to not make a noise, and you made it for me. Thank you.
Anytime.
Okay.
I'll add reverb to it next time.
You guys are now alone in the Marigold Estate. Teresa will grab your hand, Ariana, and go, I'm gonna go to my room for a little bit.
Okay, we'll come find you when we're done.
Okay. And she will walk off. Now, as you are in this room, it is a fairly tidy place at this point. The architecture is very much like, think you're on a ranch, a farm. It's like a very open air, like it's very like all the high ceilings. It's got, you can see the exposed holes for the frames and everything. It's very rustic, yet integrated in there seamlessly most of the time. Is Magitech, various artificer-like things. You see various, small train tracks going across the ceiling. You see various mechanical arms, various plates that appear to be attached to some gem-like structure that can lift. Right now, you were taken into this the main foyer. So there is stairs that go up, as well as stairs around the corner that go down. The overall, care of it definitely seems, especially from Teresa's interaction, it seems like it's a lot cleaner in here than when it was. But there are still books upon books upon books stacked in various places around. The smell of oil and grease and paper and various powders, tonics, tinctures, alchemical sets. Straight up, there's a whiff, for those of you magically inclined, of just raw umbra, just from the amount of stuff in here. But it is a very livable and open space. There are the furniture inside. It looks like it's been well used, but not in the sense of it's decrepit and falling apart. Not in the sense of it could fall you could hit it and it would disintegrate. More it's well used in the sense of lived in. There's a large armchair that has a divot in one arm that appears to be where someone leaned quite frequently. There is a larger sofa that has quite a few books scattered around next to it. In the kitchen, the table itself has a whole train track above it in the exact circumference of the table, and on it are plates that are currently not moving, but the plates have arms that could reach up and extend down and reach down to the table. It is a very automated building. The house is obviously was owned by someone who knew exactly how to automate processes.
Like some kind of artificer.
Yeah, as only.
Is his name Jarvis?
Hey, thank you for the raid!
Thanks for the raid.
Hey, yo, let's go.
Oh, the thing didn't go off.
It's been acting up for the past like few days.
Weird. Here.
Wonder if that means Twitch is doing more screwy shit.
It says our browser source is offline, but that doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, yuck.
Yuck. I will fix that. But hi, welcome everyone.
Diddly diddly.
Welcome to chaos.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Oh, welcome. Welcome to Charles Marigold's house.
We're not in Jurassic Park. Don't let them lie to you.
There we go. I got to work.
You're right. We're in Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
Yes.
is Park.
So, you
So who wants to explore?
I'll look over to John and be like, "What are we doing here now?"
All right. Apologies. I really probably should have explained things a little better. First all, I'm sorry for Peach. Wonderful individual, really. Quite intelligent, but very, very bad with people. Better with machines. But she means well, genuinely. So if anything she said was offensive, please know that she's not a mean person. She just doesn't know how to say things to people sometimes. Secondly, we are here because with her new position, she now owns, I suppose, maybe not owns, but has control over the Marigold estate. So that's why we're at the former home of Charles Marigold.
Honestly, seems like a safe place and a good place to figure out more things, especially if the guards don't bother the inside.
Well, that is good. I honestly was not aware of her new position. If I had been, I might not have suggested this. Certainly it puts her even more at risk since she's already in that sort of limelight.
I'm sure we all will try not to do anything that will mess with that.
I'll do my best not to touch anything.
Well, just us being here already messes with all of that, which is why it's very important to make sure that, as she said, if asked, we're simply visiting her, my ex-girlfriend.
Hmm.
So.
You are free to explore the mansion or leave. You did say that you were all free to go about the city, except for Teresa in her current attire. But Teresa's gonna stay in a room. Claw is just like awkwardly standing, looking at all of the art, like alchemical and artificial things, visibly like I don't understand what's going on.
Well, there's plenty of books if she wants to.
Yeah, books for Claw definitely wouldn't understand. Some of the titles you see are the metaphysics of the weave, how-to guides for dummies. They appear to be not touched.
Take one of the how-to guys and here, Typhoon, that one's for you.
Wow, you really think I'm stupid, don't you?
It is a how-to guide on building your own like toy cart.
I actually don't know how to do that.
You think I'm stupid? Well, I don't mind this one actually.
Pockets the Dummy's Guide to Cart Building.
I mean, it could be useful. I want to explore the house. I don't know if anyone wants to join, but I'm gonna go explore. And then I'll find the books or look for the books I'm looking for.
Around about this time, because it's you got around 7. It's almost 8:30 around this time. You hear a clock go off, bong bong dong dong, and then the house click 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 click. Things just begin to light up and turn on as if an automated process happens. You will hear the stove kind of like click click boom. Like a mechanical hand will come out and like begin to make breakfast.
I like this place.
If I know the kitchen would have cooked for us, I would have not eaten at the restaurant.
Well, looks like 2 free meals. Let's go.
Second breakfast.
It is only making enough for one person.
Well, some
That's
of us have
probably-
to keep up, so
Wait, that's probably Peach's breakfast now that I think about it.
Alright, that's her.
If she's not here by an hour, then we can eat it.
It'll be cold by then.
I'm sure there's a reheat thing down here or something. There's an oven.
There's just a crystal in a box that you can type in some numbers and there's some word.
I didn't want to say microwave. I don't know if that's
Fantasy microwave.
Fantasy
Yeah.
microwave.
You see the house is also setting the table for one. It puts down a placemat. It will bring down and pull down a glass. The glass is, a decent, moderately sized vessel. It has a large T on the side of it, and is laying down the plate and silverware and things, and pours a glass of orange juice before it, while cooking.
It's for Teresa. Not Teresa, but Teresa.
For her father.
Other things around the house are also kicking on. You will see that there is off in the corner of the living room a small bit of music begins to kick up. It is not a sweeping orchestral piece, but a very calm, awakening one. As they the house begins to turn on and become alive.
This place is so... It's like an amusement park, but not.
It is pretty fascinating.
You
I
can
wonder what it
definitely
was
tell
like
that
growing up
Dragonheart's physically shaking, I wanna touch things.
Oh, I plan to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying that.
So is there anything, for the people who are exploring, is there anything particularly you like to look for?
I want to look for journals.
I wonder if there's a weapons room or something.
Fair.
Dragonheart will stick close to John and just try and behave.
I'm gonna blow
No,
something
really
up by
is-
accident.
John's not really gonna wander.
Cool. Claw is going to go into the living room and just laying down on the couch.
Fair.
Okay, for the two of you investigating, give me investigation checks.
By -1. 12.
15.
Okay. So you're looking around for journals. You find a lot of them. They are a mad rambling of various things. Some appear to be Peach has written, some appear to be Charles has written, some appear to be copies of other journals that Charles had from other colleagues. It is a mountain of information you have. So you're kind of stuck with... To put it in perspective, from 12 passively looking around and investigating, you probably have 7 or 8 different thesis or doctorate papers.
Oh, wow.
And what'd you get for your investigation die?
16.
16.
I'm sorry, 15. 15.
If you're looking for like an armory or weaponry, you find a few various pieces on the second floor. It's not so much an armory more as if it's just a kind of like a mini museum / showcase.
Oh, that's cool.
Of various designs. You'll see a knife that is like the hilt, but the blade is like only partially protruding out. It says spring-loaded knife. You look about more and you find there is a blade that it says never dull blade. And then in quotation marks underneath it, failed. You also find various a range of gauntlets. This is all in one order as he's made them one after another.
Oh, Teresa.
They look like prototypes for what Teresa has.
Oh, that's right. She does have gauntlets. I forgot.
That's how she punched.
I wonder if Dragonheart would like these.
You can call down to him.
Or Claw. Yeah. After I'm done, I'll go downstairs because I'm gonna go look for those books I was talking about too. But I'll go downstairs like, hey, there's some cool gauntlets. If like, I don't know if they'll let us have any or anything, but hey, you guys might like looking at them at least.
We can't touch anything.
I said looking at. There's like a whole museum up there of like different weapons.
You offered the idea.
I said if they would let us. I said if they would let.
So give it the temptation.
The big if. Obviously, if she let, I think it's up to Teresa anyways. I mean, she said it's up to the owner of the house. But I'm just saying, there's like a whole museum up there with different weapons. Kind of cool.
We're also warned not to even like touch anything because if anything looks different, they'll know.
I didn't touch anything.
Yet.
I mean, I plan to go check out the library, but I think as long as we put the book back, we'll be fine. I mean, they already gave me this book, and this was Nari's fault, not mine, so...
Whoa. What was my fault? Oh,
you gave me the dummy book. Yeah, exactly. Jerk.
You guys just chilling and relaxing until,
I meant to say this, but I didn't want to interrupt. As Nari and Ty went off to go look at things, John would have turned to Dragonheart, and just have been like, I just wanted to say,
I didn't touch it.
I wanted to say thank you for your recent exercise of restraint.
I'm doing the best I can.
I appreciate the fact that somebody is taking this situation seriously.
I'm trying to.
Thank you.
Can't say I want to die here or be arrested here again. I can only luck out so many times.
It's true.
While you guys are talking, you'll see this tiny little like sweep like machine come by, and as it like rolls up, it'll like just a large cloud of black smoke comes out of it.
That reminds me of the Honey Heist.
I was gonna say, is this Honey Heist? Is it Sweepy?
It's not said. But yeah, we'll just like it's off over in the corner, like coming out, like it just started its morning routine and just.
Oh, no. That's a lot of dust in this house, I'm sure. Nope.
I'll have to let Peach know about that.
Yes, good idea. Good idea.
After about an hour or so, Peach will come back. During that time, Narion, are you going to attempt to try and figure out what some of that stuff is? Like some of the journals? Give me an intelligence check at disadvantage. For you, Typhoon.
Yes.
With what you're looking for, you kind of... you find, for what you can understand, it's not a how-to dummy book. It's more of just like a beginner's guide to Magitech.
Oh. I will definitely take that and find somewhere to sit down and read it.
Cool.
I rolled a 1.
You understand none of the concept. In fact,
What is
some of the
going on
things-
with your dice today?
I have no idea.
your magic is derived from, the moon and the balance and all of that, and it's very religious and internal, and not something you don't really have to think. It's more of your feeling that dictates how your magic works and understanding of the way the weave works within that. This is all getting into, at one point you read like various alchemical signatures on, ore, like in metals and various rocks, and at a certain point it all turns into nonsense.
Lovely. So I'm gonna give up and go back to the kitchen where everybody else is.
Well,
Maybe
mostly.
you need a dummy's guide.
Brutal tie. Fair for brutal. She will, as she comes home, she will walk in and go, "Oh, that's right. Breakfast. Yeah. If anyone wants it, I don't know."
Need something to
my
occupy him so he doesn't.
Room
Oh
temp at
my-
this point, but
I mean, that's
Look,
fair.
everything's room temp. We're in a desert half the time.
that's fair. So yeah, you just fine. She will come back. She'll walk over to a small desk in the living room that she is using as her workstation, and pull out some books and place them down. So, what is your plan?
Well, initially, our plan was to try to find if there was a way to override some of the mechanisms within Teresa. But with Charles no longer being here, that's not really an option, unless you might be able to take a look, but I know that that's not really your specialty.
No, it's not. But if we could get into his workspace, we just look. No one wants to admit it, but the current High Artificer, Professor Hawken, not nearly as smart as Charles. And because of that, no one knows how to get into his office. The knock spell doesn't work. Spell magic, the door itself is rigged with so many locks mechanisms that aren't magical, but yet resist the lock spell or the knock spell. I don't quite know how to get in. No one does. There's no
Am I
window.
in the room, by the way?
Oh yeah, nowhere. Yeah, she's just talking. If you're like on the main floor, it's open concept. There's not really many doors, except like the bathroom and stuff on the main floor.
Can I just shout out? Maybe Teresa can unlock it.
That's fair. Where is Teresa?
She's in her room.
Oh,
Might be DNA bait, or does she have DNA?
Yeah, she has DNA.
that is
She's
an
a
interesting
robot.
question. I will have to get a sample of her hair.
I have questions now.
Unless you guys have one
No.
for the show.
Not currently, no.
Okay. Well, yes, I would love to have her take a look at it, but I don't think I'm in the right position to ask.
As far as I can tell, she wants to understand what's going on too. So, give her some time to settle in, and I'm sure she might do it just out of her own free will to understand what's going on with herself.
I mean, probably, but, never want to assume. What's that idiom? When
You assume
You
make an ass out of you.
ass out of you.
that, yes. I think assuming is for fools. You should verify things, but
Yeah, but I don't think right now is the time to verify that. Let's give her some space.
probably not.
Yeah.
From what I understand about her. So. Anyway, I can definitely try and find some books in the library about, I guess, mechanical beings, Warforged, most likely.
Probably the best place to start.
I have another question, though.
Yes?
Because I don't believe that her body was created by Marigold. We have reason to believe otherwise.
Elaborate.
According to the memories that Teresa has shared, apparently her body anyway, was created by Mr. Crowley. Quite some time ago.
You are telling me that click snap. You're telling me that I am within the same house as an original Crowley designed created being?
If her memories are to be believed, and I have no reason to think they're not.
If she was made by Titus Crowley, there is no reason to doubt that. That is. Oh, that's. Scotch, please.
There are
was
also
alcohol?
other implications with that situation.
Yes. What? Just one moment. Sooner rather than later, you will see like the train track. You hear off in the kitchen. Comes around, hand comes down, hand to the drink. Another.
I'll wait.
Just bring the bottle. Kunk. Hey, alcohol. I now see why Charles was convicted of treason. I thought it was just the incorporation of potential sentience from Teresa, but if he altered or changed or did something to Titus Crowley's thing, that is the Gilded One's property, and that is, oh God, even being in the same house right now as Teresa, and if they were to find out, they would probably, they'd probably keep Charles alive because they want to get, oh God, they'd kill us.
Peach,
But
Should I get a bag?
take a breath. Just. From my knowledge, which is not much admittedly, but from my knowledge of Mr. Crowley, I was unaware that he had designed such things.
well, I mean, you being unaware, and me being unaware, we're small potatoes. Is that what you'd say? Is that a,
I think the
you
point that I'm
understand
getting at is I don't believe that she was his only one.
Why is that not taught? Why do we not know of mechanical beings that...
And apparently they were used during the war.
Yeah, she said there was a few that was used during the war.
What? No?
She had a battalion.
But
A battalion flew around.
firebolt.
God, we are literally having an intense moment. And
I'm
you're
sorry.
Just sitting there
He said
throwing out memes
potato,
in the sky.
and then he said battalion, and it kind of just clicked in my head. I apologize.
There are
I genuinely apologize.
you said during the war?
Yes.
She just pulls out a history of the war burning mountains. Pulls down, like, takes those glasses off, puts on a different one, and just, like, literally goes and just, like, pours through it.
I mean, if they look like how Teresa looks, it'd be hard to identify just from look.
Teresa's nearly imperceptible without the blue.
Now, I don't know if that is because of either Crawley or Marigold, but, you know, never know.
This is huge.
Yes, it would be quite a scandal.
More than a scandal, it would... Is that what they're talking about? Is that possibly what... No. Why would they lie? No. You're telling me this. She begins to mutter to herself, ping-ponging back and forth, having, like, her own question to herself.
I'm just gonna let her.
Probably about 5 minutes, she, like, sputters out. And you're all unaware of current political affairs?
I'm from a whole other sliver, yeah.
I never really indulged in politics.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not surprising.
I had been
What do you
preoccupied
mean
with
by
the
that?
affairs of Saluna.
Yes, working forward. I'm sorry about your former boss. And I guess I'm sorry about your second former boss?
Huh?
She's referring to the Lady Regent, who at this point is deceased, I'm assuming.
The first one, your second one is now... To put it bluntly, your second one, is, Lady Tybalt, is now purely a talking piece. From what my intelligence has gathered.
That would probably be for the safety of her family, would be my guess.
Yeah, it looked like the Merchant Guild was taking over.
Anyway, it's not entirely relevant to this situation, not that I know of, but...
If it is relevant to the situation, then I'm gonna need more.
let's wait on that.
I'll take a class.
Puts the bottle down on her desk. Currently, and this is something only I know of because of my station and upcoming promotion, that there have been talks of unrest. And ever since Charles was arrested, there's been pockets of unrest and issues. That would corroborate with what my father is talking about. For you, John, of hearing about Peach's father, he didn't really like you.
Yeah.
He thought that you were holding Peach back.
Yeah, that tracks.
But not in the sense of holding her back from achieving greatness within the government of Sliver, just holding her back from potentials and doing even more outside of the Sliver. You would know that Peach's father is a man of lower means, but a large network of people he knows. He has never been a big fan of the government as it stands. He has generally been someone who's been like, cool, I'm paying people to do shit that I don't even know, and no one's out here cultivating our fields for us. We got all these robots, things like that.
Got it.
So he's all for intelligence. He's all for people. He is so proud of his daughter.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
So.
Excuse me.
You could go potentially talk to him.
To your father.
Ever since I got appointed to this, I haven't talked to him. He tried to talk me out of taking it, even though it was forced, and we both know that he doesn't really quite understand the intricacies of growing the ranks within Tiroga.
Well, I suppose I could try. At least he can't blame me for this.
The show kind
I'm
of...
sure he can try.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I know.
I would love to say that he wouldn't blame you for anything. You would know that he lives in Brahm, which is from here southwest. On the other side between, there's Lumbra to your immediate southwest. It's on the other side of that mountain range.
Mm.
We need to repost the map in that thing.
Oh, I got
Because
you.
I have to
pinned.
scroll
I think
so
it's
far
pinned.
back.
Well, it
I
doesn't
got
help
you.
that half of the maps are.
Yes,
Googled.
half the maps have doodles on them.
Doodles.
Where would I put it? I'm just gonna put it.
Butter
Okay.
Island, y'all.
Cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, John will kind of like could be worth the trip. The thing though is that we were debating on whether or not us being here was even a good idea. Once we sort of found out everything with Teresa, I started thinking that perhaps this was the worst place for us to be.
Well, at least stay here in Felidin for a week, if you can. You can stay here in the house. I will let the captain know that you're here. I will let Professor Harkin know. You could stop in to see Gwendolyn Sparks, the proprietor of Sparks and Wires. Probably she has a lot of knowledge of common folk. She's an artificer, but she doesn't work for the government.
All right.
If you want to maybe talk to someone who's more integrated into industries, talk to Marcus Iron Fist. Iron Fist Industries has a headquarters here because of their work with Charles. He is packing up soon. I imagine he is leaving.
What was his name?
Marcus Iron Fist. If for some reason Captain Drog or Professor Harkin have issue with you staying here with me, I will put you in touch with Talia Brightwood. She is the owner of the Blossom Inn here in the city. Oh, in the city. It's about from here it's about a 10-minute walk up the road to get into Felidin proper. Yeah, she is The inn is on the outskirts of the city, but it is technically not on this side of the outskirts. So, but if for some reason I'll put you up there. I imagine you're still broke.
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't get paid very well.
I never understood why you did. I mean, I get it. How's your dad?
You know, he and I, he's fine, I'm sure. We haven't.
You don't talk much?
We haven't really spoken much since I left. No.
You know I'm not one for mushy-gushy feelings, but even I talk to my dad.
Well, sure, but that's. I mean, you and your dad at least have something in common.
Who's your dad?
I think it upset him when I left. I'll talk to him eventually, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Just look at you like that same mm-hmm you've heard hundreds of times when you John has said, "Oh, I'll do that. I'll do that eventually. I mean, I'll get to it around," and just the mm-hmm. Okay.
You can always borrow my dad. He loves everybody.
Oh, that's great. See, I have a other father. No, that's great. I can borrow Nariana's.
I'm sure they'd adopt you into the family.
I'm joking.
You're
it's
not
a joke.
wrong.
I'm not actually going to borrow.
You say that with the logistics of borrowing someone's father.
You're a loss.
I don't think you should.
Hey, Dragonite, can I borrow your dad?
No.
I meant.
You can have Nariana's dad.
He was very
My
nice.
dad will
I just
gladly
wanted to
take
fight
you
with
back.
your dad.
I think for your safety, it may be imperative that, just looking at the rest of the group, if we wind up on somebody's radar, no matter what, Peach knows nothing.
Who's Peach?
Well, don't do that, because we're saying that we're coming to visit.
Okay, that's fair.
But
Too far.
Get out of
Got
my
it.
head.
Don't deny you were in the house I am currently staying in. If anyone were to see you leave and then you say who's Peach, you'd probably be tried for burglary and then thrown in jail.
Sure.
just want to stress that.
I am fine with that. I'd rather not go to jail. At this point, knowing what I know, I'd probably... Oh, I don't want to do hard labor in the mountains.
I don't think anybody does.
Just think of the muscles you get with it.
Think of the back pain you get with it.
Why would I want muscles? It doesn't help me.
Well, not with
Especially when
that
you can
attitude.
build something that can do it for you.
Be kind. I understand what you're trying to say to console me on that, but I will let you know that working in the mines, I would probably off myself.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
No.
You're
No.
not, you're not,
No, it would not be good. You are correct.
you aren't from here, so I will let you know. Working, if you are sent to work in the mines, that is a death sentence in and of itself. You do not ever leave.
No.
So, if someone says they're going to be put to hard labor, you're never probably going to see them again. But the general population, I should not have said that. Oh, God. Oh, man. Is this what alcohol does to you?
Yes.
Oh, Peach.
Everyone's different.
I have one more question. And I believe I know the answer to this question, but what would be the probability, and if you want to give a number, like I'm sure you will, of getting somehow Teresa a visitation to her father?
Are you speaking as Teresa or as another individual?
As another individual.
Another individual. Getting to talk to someone high valued like that, I mean, it's not improbable. Talking as Teresa, that's a 100% way guaranteed to end up in jail. But if we could get a disguise that would pass detection of Titus Crowley's level, which is not unfeasible. I've made things that have gotten past most detections. I mean, you remember there was that time we stuck into... Looks around. I'm not going to tell that story. But there are things that we could do. I could potentially work on something. We would just need to get... If we had a connection to someone of power that could, even if they're not on the sliver, that could give us a reasoning or some sort of thing to go, yeah, we might be able to do it. It might take a few weeks to go through all the bureaucracy, but you could lay low in something.
It may not be... I simply was asking for the sake of asking. I don't genuinely believe it's a good or worthwhile idea, but I did tell Teresa that I would check.
Well, if you had the right person in the right disguise, I'd say your chances of successfully doing it, looking at the group, about 43.25.
Appreciate your insights.
Yeah. This is a lot to take in. Are you sure? She said Titus Crowley was the one who made her.
I'm absolutely positive.
Do you still want her also to open up the workplace, by the way, or not anymore?
Are you stupid? Of course. That is the...
I just want to keep going to my intelligence today.
John will turn to Ty. She's asking because it seems like a thing that should be obvious to her, but to you is not that obvious.
Well, I wasn't sure because, you know, like, if it did involve Titus Crowley, then maybe she didn't want to be involved anymore. So I was just making sure.
At a certain point, when you're in for... What is that saying?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
That. People from here are full of nice things to say that help other people understand.
That looks to Claw. See? Look, that has been like my job is like secondary like colloquialism teacher, so it's like, here we go. Let's continue what I do.
I have lost... The people I talk to a lot don't really care for things like that. Also, I talk to myself a lot. And I don't care for things like that.
Never mind.
So, at a certain point, curiosity will dictate that I reasonably shouldn't pursue learning more, but I looked up to Charles. So I should. Yeah. What? What?
God damn it.
What?
Would you like this book?
John doesn't remember.
Yeah. So, I will, yes, I'd still like into the workshop. That would be, preferable. I am going to go take a nap. I am taking today's day of quiet as a day of, no, never mind, not a nap.
Mental rest?
No, I have an idea. She will stand up, grab the bottle, then walk out and go downstairs into the basement.
Oh boy.
I want to follow. I'm curious what's down in the basement.
Oh, you go down there. There is there's a first floor of the basement and the second floor of the basement. The first floor of the basement has, it's not Charles's workshop. It appears to be just a massive, like, part of this first level of the basement is like an entertainment space, like guests and parties and things like that. There's a smaller, like, there's another like an L-shaped bar down there. It appears to be, I mean, Charles is semi-recluse, but being a high artificer, you have to entertain people sometimes. She will go down to the second level, where it is not Charles's workshop. It is just a general workshop. She has kind of like cleaned and tidied it up. She takes a box of scraps and just dumps it out. It's like, got it. Okay. And just begins to like tinker and work on stuff.
Drunken tinkering.
Huh. Since you're tinkering, can you help me understand a little bit of this magic tech book too?
Have you just nodded, just looks up at you, looks back down, continues tinkering. Have you gone through any formal training?
Can you put me through formal training too? I don't know. I just picked up an interest and I was curious. I saw this book and I started reading it. It's really interesting. I only understand like a portion of it right now. Granted, I just started it like a few minutes ago.
John!
Come get your boy!
John, before going downstairs, John's just gonna quickly, remembering that Constantine's been riding close by, just check in, just be like, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You seem stressed.
Yes, incredibly so. Hope you don't mind. You'll just have to stay that way for a little longer. I promise once we leave, you can go back to your normal, flightful self.
Kind of offended she didn't like ask about me.
She's got a lot on the plate.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, that... It's hard to argue with that one. You guys kind of did just drop, like... I don't know. What's higher than high treason?
Very high treason.
Yes, very, very.
Mountain treason.
War crimes. Probably.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Wait, are we hitting the classic D&D trope of war crimes, but we've done it unintentionally and not with militia?
No. We didn't commit war crimes.
We are guilty by association.
I mean, yes,
We're
technically.
harboring a war crime.
Technically,
We are harboring
we're
a war crime.
war
There's
crime,
a difference.
which is somehow less of a sentence than war crime.
And then just, I'll still have him out because I feel bad that he's got to be like stuffed up in my shirt half the time. I'll go downstairs to find out why I'm being yelled at.
Yeah, so he'll just be like, once again, left half leg, front, right half back, half of his like bottom third of his body not there, just like, I just want to put my head up, and like, well, as you're holding him like this, he'll like wiggle up your middle finger and just like rest himself so he's looking forward.
Sorry. One day I'll get that right.
Oh,
You better, motherfucker.
You get down there and just so we're gonna back to you getting here and yelling for John. She'll stop and turn to you, Typhoon. I cannot express to you the amount, the sheer gall, the sheer audacity of someone to ask if I could teach you something like that. Do you understand the trials that you have to? You just come into one of Peach, just like laying into Typhoon, explaining like having to like go through school training, pass the test to even get in.
Peach,
I'm just listening intently, like, oh, so this is what you have to do.
Peach, he's just curious. He's flighty.
Special.
He picks up something, wants to learn about it, and then a week later forgets all about it and moves on to something else.
I don't forget. I just like learning different things.
What can you do?
I mean, I can do a lot. I'm good with my hands. I used to do I forgot the word, like IRL. Oh, thank you. Appraisal for a long time. I did that. Actually, that's how I met Mr. Goldberg. What's his name again? Mary Goldberg. Mr. Mary Goldberg. Yeah, him. I'm good at sailing a ship. I'm good with daggers.
So what I'm hearing is
insert
outside
other
of
things
your,
I'm good with.
Probably innate magical water abilities, you cannot cast spells. You do not understand components.
No, but I've been curious about it because I've been seeing like a few other people use them. So I was like, oh well, how does this affect this? You know, it's just curiosity.
And children are curious in how to fly, but they're warned not to jump off cliffs.
But there are spells to
Somewhere
fly.
Dragonheart's neck, the bear's back of his neck tingle.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just shamed for some reason.
I understand your curiosity on this matter, but the sheer depth that I would have to give you for a foundational understanding of the things that we work with here would probably, not probably, would rock your understanding of reality and the world you live in, and you'd probably not be able to do anything.
That sounds
That was
kind of
harsh.
exciting.
I apologize. No, I don't. That's the truth.
That's fine. It sounds exciting, actually. I'm gonna go look for a book then that has the beginner's guide.
Wanders off.
As Ty like wanders off, I think I'm gonna look for a book with something else. John's just like, see, flighty.
No, not something else. I'm gonna look for a book to get started. 'Cause
You
apparently
left in the middle
Also left in the middle of a conversation.
You're
No,
just
I said like I'm
gonna
gonna
find a
say
book.
that. No, I'm gonna say that. Like I think I'll go look for a book that is the starter guide. Then.
That book does not exist in this house.
Oh,
The book you're looking for exists in preschools.
Ooh, ouch.
why wouldn't they have it here for Teresa then? She had to learn some point, right? Maybe it's
She
in
had
her
the
room.
second smartest man.
As her instructor.
So then he must have notes somewhere. I'll just go find the second closest book then.
You see the foundations of like things of a tripedal cannon beginning to form just on the ground.
Peach, Constantine's very offended that you haven't asked about him yet. And I'll just hold out Constantine and look at Ty and just be like, just go, run, go.
I
find
was
the damn
sleeping anyway.
Constantine! Did you give him...
It's a mutilated centipede. You know, he's got to have that sort of like, because of what he is.
I yelled downstairs. That's disgusting, by the way.
It's
He
beautiful.
didn't mean it.
Didn't mean it.
We're just both like reassuring Constantine. He didn't
Constantine's
mean
like,
it.
"Wow, what the hell, man?
What the fuck, bro? What did I do?
I have literally watched his bag.
I don't know that.
No, you do not.
No, you don't.
Why does he only have...
I'm not very good at changing his form. It's when I want him to be a Corvid, it's much easier to recall him. But this form, not so great. The bunny form's not bad.
He probably is very upset.
I'm sure he's not, but it was much easier to carry him like this. If I just let a spectral crow fly around me all the time, that would draw an awful lot of attention.
That is true.
Also, this is way easier to keep an eye on certain people gesturing after Typhoon.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So,
I could pet him like this, but it's weird. It's okay.
if you want, I can summon him as a bunny rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I will recast Find Familiar to give him his zombie bunny form.
Well, this is better than being super small.
Yes, well, you'll go back to it soon, don't worry.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Do I have a tail this time? Damn it.
Tails. It's just like a little nub, like...
She'll be like, I do admire your craft. As disgustingly morbid it is beautiful that you're able to... It's kind of like... I mean, to put it in a gross fashion, you make flesh warforged.
In some ways, honestly, I've always been more curious as to why exactly I can do this. I mean, obviously I know I've studied and I've learned, but...
Your mother's book.
Right. But just the natural inclination towards the undead has always been a little bit of a unknown to me. Neither of my parents had that ability, to my knowledge, anyway.
I mean, you know, my parents didn't have that either.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you still have the around you?
I do, actually. One of the more recent ones was actually how I met all of them. A young, as I understand, the, child of Duke Leopold Thorne.
Oh, that explains a lot. Didn't know he had a child. That. I'm sorry. That was rude and inconsiderate. I'm sorry for their loss.
He's extremely upset about it, obviously. But his child is quite surprisingly pleasant. Very, young? Like, in a sense of childlike wonder and amusement?
Naive.
Yes. That. Don't have to hit.
Well, hello, spirit child.
Rin.
Rin. She looks like she's trying to, like, see. Okay.
It's not really much to see. It's very strange, actually, feeling like there's always somebody there with there's no one. Well, no one. There's a spirit, but there's no physical embodiment. And yes.
Yes. Soul is a fascinating thing. No wonder Charles mess with. Does Teresa have a soul?
I've considered looking into it, but with the current situation that we're dealing with
that
her,
would be incredibly rude
and volatile, potentially.
Yes, that's what I'm concerned with. From what I understand from your recent exploits, I worry that if I anger Teresa, she will concave my face.
Now that it's difficult because it seems that there's a function that I'm not entirely sure what triggers it, but she seems to revert into the state where she stops being one way and starts acting like, well, a murder robot. But since her realizations and epiphanies of what's going on with her, I'm not entirely sure if it's still a problem, but I'd still like to look into it to be safe.
I'll do what I can. For now, I have something to make.
Of course. Also, when did you start drinking? I've never really known you to imbibe in such a mundane social practice.
About 10 minutes ago.
Ah. So, this is my fault.
If my father asks, no. Between you and me, yes.
My apologies.
It's a vile, disgusting thing, but oddly enough, I feel like my IQ is lower, but my stress is gone. I should document this.
I don't think you should make it an experiment, honestly. I think some things are better left to others.
Like Typhoon?
Yes, he seems to enjoy getting inebriated quite often. Nariana believes him to be an alcoholic.
Hands the bottle.
I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Apologize for me
Of course.
on my behalf.
Absolutely.
But let him know if he disturbed me while I'm working on this.
I will warn him. For what it's worth, by the way. Thank you. Just genuinely. I know that we have a history, but I appreciate your willingness to help with the situation.
Of course. And if this was some weird attempt to woo me back, you have failed miserably.
It would be a terrible way to go about it, but I can assure you that that's not the intention. I mean, I care very much for you. You're one of my oldest friends, but that I think that we're well past that at this point.
You're my only friend. So
Oh boy.
no one else is. They're smart, but they're not your smart.
And I'm not your smart, so
No one's my smart.
who knows? Maybe one day you'll give Titus Crowley a run for his money.
Ooh, that would be amazing. Horrifying. Amazing.
I mean, someone as smart as you has to have goals, don't you?
Oh, yes. I would love to easily love to outdo both Charles and Titus in technological leaps, going above the rail system we have. But I'm many years from that.
If only there was like some, I don't know, some mechanically engineered flying contraption that you would eliminate the need for tracks whatsoever. I mean, that would be interesting.
It would.
Like, you could call it like a super jet.
A faster airship.
Yes.
Superjet. Super. Suspended.
Anyway, if you ever do that, TM, as he just gets up with the glass with the bottle and just walks away.
Yes. Yes, it is your property. I will pay you all the royalty fees for it.
Somebody's got to, in the words of Typhoon.
That's right.
You might actually end up with money then.
For once.
Instead of being broke.
Oh, that reminds me. If you do go into town and need to buy anything, throws you a tiny bag. This is not the last time I'll probably be paying for things, but I can't see it like this.
Thank you.
Okay. And just gets back into work. In there is roughly 50 gold.
Okay. And John will go upstairs and find Typhoon.
What did you do?
During that conversation, Dragonheart, Ariana, what have you been doing?
Not touching anything.
Rolling through the books and just skimming.
Oh, I'm eating those eggs.
And once you're done, once you finish clearing your plate, there, and goes over to the sink and just takes care of it itself.
So tempted to make it, see if it will make more food, but he's like, no, I have to behave.
You think about more food?
Yes.
I mean, technically, you didn't touch anything.
Begins making more eggs.
Woohoo!
And you're not going to question the fact that it knew you wanted more food?
Nope. It's a blessing in disguise. Magic. I ain't know about that stuff.
Oh my god.
I ain't know nothing about no magic. It must be magic and just knew I needed eggs.
Fair.
There's a zone of eggs over here. You know when you need eggs.
The chair you're sitting on is wooden, but as you sit on it and kind of it's not molded for you, you kind of sit and and you just feel it you hear a little bit of a whir, and you see it lights up, and just and like fits a little bit better for you.
Okay, I was like, I swear to God, if this chair breaks, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, I can fix it. I can put it back together.
I did everything right. I had permission to eat the eggs.
Yeah, you come back up and say, Typhoon, where did you go?
I ain't gonna look for some basic books on what they were talking about downstairs. I guess of magic now. I'm trying to understand concepts of magic to apply it to the meta magic.
So there is a library attached on the main floor. You go through there. Roll me investigation. God help you.
Oh crap! Almost dropped it. It's a 15. Plus 1, 16.
You find a kind of weak-bound, leather-bound notebook that has notes in it that appear to be in a young child's handwriting.
I go to read it.
It is notes and thing signed by Teresa Marigold.
Oh, this is adorable. I still read it.
You are the worst kind of monster.
It's not a diary. It's a freaking notebook.
It does have various basics in it. It's still above preschool. I would say this is probably middle school era. So
I can start from there. That's fine.
you start reading that.
So 7 squared plus 3xb equals like, oh, son of a bitch. Even that middle school, this is hard.
If I write it down, I can figure it out.
Try.
I'll ask Teresa later.
So, John, you come back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You find Ty in the library reading.
Typhoon.
Hmm?
Sorry to interrupt, your reading. Peach wanted me to apologize. She doesn't mean to demean... Well, she kind of does mean to demean your intellect, but not in a hateful way, more in a... She's trying to impress upon you that how she has learned to do things has taken many, many years and a lot of training, and it's not something that can simply be picked up in the course of a week or two.
Oh, I respect it. She seems like a genius, so it is what it is.
Yes. So as part of her apology, he'll hand over the rest of the alcohol.
I formally accept this apology.
Great. Did you find anything of interest to you?
Yeah, look, a book from Teresa. It's some I don't know.
Gaze at it.
I don't know if it's basic magic or not, but it
You
seems
get it.
simpler.
It is not basic magic.
Yeah.
This appears to be somebody who is learning, who would be considered a first-level artificer.
Ah.
And it is, with your passive investigation and insight, this is not in the Teresa's handwriting that you currently know.
Gotcha.
This is real Teresa.
Interesting. This is
Oh, snap!
very rudimentary artificer stuff. Nothing really about magic. More like mathematics, equations. The more science side of that, really.
Does it help me get to them? Well, because I think magic is pretty cool, and I can do like 2 magical things. But I think it's because I'm a Ganassi now. But like, I like magic, but I also would like to make something. So artificing does sound cool too, or at least have it made. But I feel like it's gonna be very expensive to have it made.
Well,
I don't know.
what were you trying to have made? Of curiosity.
So like, my captain on my ship had like this gun thing, which was like, I don't know if it was a magical gun or something, but it was a special gun. I want one. So I was like, oh, it'd be cool if I could make one. But then I was like, oh, but like, what's the understanding and breakdown? Like, I kind of went down a spiral. Like, I would like to really understand how one's made and the process of it. So yeah, I just kind of went down a spiral in my own head, thinking about the process of how a magical gun is made, I guess.
So I'll tell you right now. I am not an artificer, nor am I a weaponsmith. However, needing to be able to do both, much more difficult than just needing to be able to do one or the other. Would take much more time. Yes, it probably would be expensive to purchase one, but you'll probably have to spend years and years and years learning both trades in order to learn how to make one yourself. And that's even if your first one, I mean, your first one's not going to be perfect out the gate, so more time to redo and nail out any, problems. I mean, you're probably looking at like a decade to be able to learn how to make one. Just
could be a fun side project for the time being. I mean,
it could.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you. I don't want you to have any expectations that it's something that you'll just learn how to do. It will take a long time to learn. I actually think that it's encouraging to learn something new, if that is what you want to do. But if you're doing it as a side project and not as a full-time thing, it might even take longer. But don't let that stop you. I think that it's wonderful you want to learn. You may want to have a very fundamental learning of weaponsmithing actually prior to artificing, though, because you'll need to understand the weapons that you'd be modifying before you even begin to think of modifying them.
But I want to learn weaponsmithing and magic. I don't know if magic's learnable.
Well, there's not really... Well, there is some magic that goes into artificing, but it's not...
Well, I don't mind learning them as a separate thing.
But it's not the primary component. I mean, artificing is more of a... John just continues to explain basically like the basic differences between like casting magic and spells and infusing magic into items.
Oh, so wait, yeah, so then I wouldn't be casting it. I would have to make the item, then infuse it. So then would that not be under casting magic? Is infusing not casting?
I mean, it's a specific type of doing so. It takes a lot more work and time and components and energy than just casting a simple spell.
Wait, I wonder if Teresa knows how to infuse. Oh wait, does she? No, wait.
To my knowledge, no, but I'm not super familiar with what she can do outside of punching things.
I wonder if there's an infusing book here.
By all means, take a look.
I will look.
Yeah, you find a lot.
I will get that in a borrowed clause dictionary.
I am unfortunate for you. There are words in there that are not in the dictionary.
And that's counted.
I look for a magical dictionary. I don't know. I'm just learning.
You spend the rest of the day trying to decipher things.
That's fair. I'm very curious right now.
So with what Peach said and being able to need to talk to the captain, and the fact that she is spending the rest of this day tinkering on something after the news that she has, you are all kind of on house arrest for the day. You can't really leave for now. So we are going to, unless there is something specific, we are going to bounce ahead to the evening.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I find an empty notebook and take notes.
There are a few.
Yes.
About 4 hours later, you will see Peach comes up with a headband on that, like, there is a cloth aspect to it, but also like a metal, like, inlay of it with runes and various small pieces of, like, arcane stones.
It's the weirdest episode of Naruto I've ever seen.
I thought I saw something familiar.
It's kind of like, it looks like a kind of fashionable, which is very unusual for John to see. But she looks much more calm.
John just like points.
Something I got a flash of inspiration about. It's a headband with calm emotions.
Oh, yes, I feel like that would benefit you greatly.
Can you
Did you
make
just say
another?
Calm notion?
Calm emotion.
Emotion.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was like.
I'm done for the evening. Have a good night, guys.
I mean, you're also calm after an orgasm, so you know that works
Yeah,
too.
I'm leaving.
No.
Again.
She will.
I'm not gonna talk
I
about it.
am currently doing a study on long-lasting effects of using it.
If it works, could you make one for Teresa?
No,
Okay.
it felt good to say. Currently, I'm
I
on
take
hour
it you
3.
don't say no very often.
I say no often, but I normally feel a little bad about it. This time I didn't. I think it's this. I think prolonged exposure might have an effect on me, so I'll probably stop soon. But right now, this feels good. I guess for tonight, you guys are staying here. There should be some guest rooms up, and then there's a guest room in the attic.
I can take the attic. I don't want anybody else to be put out.
I can sleep just about anywhere.
Claw is like, I'm good here.
Claw has claimed the couch.
Yeah.
Just like,
Actually, I'm probably gonna sleep wherever I'm
She has
taking
3
notes
cycles
at.
before she lays down.
Oh my god.
You all, is there anything specific? Okay.
I sit
I
in the chair and think about
study.
steak.
I study until I pass out.
Starts making you food.
Yay! I'm a growing boy. I need to eat.
John will just like see him like sitting there in the chair, just like focusing really hard, and then see the machine going, and I'm just gonna like, oh, that's harmless enough.
I didn't touch anything. I literally just sat here and thought things. I can't help what happened.
Of all the things you could get sucked into, this is probably one of the better ones.
But please don't eat everything.
No, just need a dinner. That's all it is. I promise.
Okay. It's fine. Okay. She'll go to, you see she is made kind of in the corner. She's kind of like partitioned out with some stands and stuff, like, and there's a tiny little cot. I'm gonna lay over here. Takes that off. Oh, the anxiety. Okay.
Fight through it. I believe in you.
I could teach you some breathing techniques for meditation.
Now's not the time to say no. Yes, please.
Okay.
And you will spend.
Oh,
I say, do you want to go through it, or do you want to?
I'll go through it.
Okay, hit me.
All right. So, sit down, center yourself. Deep breaths. Focus on your breathing. In for 3, out for 3. Clear your mind. Envision a smooth landscape. The sun in the sky. The wind in your hair. Can you visualize it?
I don't. I'm outdoors. If you pick
Well,
something.
choose your happy place. What's your happy place?
My workshop.
Think of your workshop. The tinkering of the tools, the tool in your hand, the metal, the smells, the calming, deep breaths. Are you in your happy place?
Yes, I think.
How do you feel now?
Like I want to work.
That wasn't the point of this. But are you at least more relaxed?
Yes, where me tinkering is very relaxing.
There we go. Just focus on the breathing. That's the key.
And eventually, she'll like focus on breathing and just be like, I think there's a downside to using that headband for a few hours.
What do you mean?
Oh,
no.
Just falls down in her cot, just.
I'll take her blanket and tuck her in.
At a point of exhaustion.
Sounds alright.
John, you go upstairs. The attic is. You say you're not being putting out, but the attic actually is a pretty nice place.
Oh,
It appears to be not as well used, but like I said, with your passive investigation and insight and everything, you get the sense that this was Charles's like not man cave per se, because it's above, but it is like a place where there are not books on artificing, there are books on poetry and various books on flora and fauna and much more non-artificing, much more like grounded human type things. The bed's up there. It's a double. Nothing, extravagant. I mean, it's a little, for you, you kind of gotta like curl up a bit because you're a little taller.
Right.
But it's very calming. You do feel that need to just... There was a really good part that Titus is writing about, especially with talking about the soul of artificing, that after today resonates.
Yeah, I will pull that book out of my bag as I let Constantine just kind of go where he wants to.
He'll go up into like... you put him back in form, or he's still...
He's still bunny for now. I'll change him back tomorrow.
So he will hop up into like this little like hutch. I'll be up here and look down. He's in a corner looking at the rest of the room.
Don't fall.
Well, as long as no one sneezes too hard, I think the books can hold me.
Right.
Like hunker down. He doesn't need to sleep.
Right.
So
right.
he's just like... My left eye doesn't work.
Tell you what, why don't you make me a list of all the complaints you have, and then you can give them to me all at once.
Oh, you're in for it. you want it in alphabetical order, numerical.
You know what? Why don't you give it to me in chronological order, in the order in which you came across them? I think that would really help me.
I got it. Left eye not working. Nub of tail. Muscle sinew missing from legs.
Who knew a dead bird would be so bitchy?
Alas, was the nature of my death that
I didn't intentionally kill you, alright? For the last time, it was an accident.
I am going to never let you down. I'll never let that down.
Of course not.
Man. Died a virgin. Sad.
Oh.
And the comment, he goes, that's weird. I think it's because I'm a rabbit that I...
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Number 3. Damn it! And you read until you fall asleep.
Yep.
And you will wake up back in... You are in a much comfier chair this time. The where you sit is a very plush armchair. It is, as you look about the room, as the room once again comes in, the paint drying on things. You don't see Titus immediately, but behind you, you hear drinks being poured.
Now that I'm here and that these memories of these little visits come back.
Yep.
Could I do a quick intelligence check regarding the nature of the circumstances in which I'm talking to this time period of Crowley and how it would affect the current version of Crowley?
Yeah.
Is there just intelligence? Do you want me to add anything, or?
You're doing this it's a magical effect, so give me Arcana.
Arcana. 21.
Well, the 21, in everything you've learned, and everything that you understand about Titus Crowley and the potential nature of this all, you get the sense that if this version of Titus was able to communicate with current version of Titus, you wouldn't have made it to Felon.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, as I hear the noises and the glasses and stuff, I'll just sort of... I hope you're having a pleasant evening.
Well, I am. You're back. Is my study okay to talk in? As the room begins to finishes filling in, you are in a very warm and welcoming environment. The room is still round. It is still the circle that it is. There is carved into the eastern wall is a fireplace with a hearth that has the smell of cherry wood coming through. There is a warmth in inviting nature, but there is an undertone of control. Do you prefer brandy?
More of a wine man myself personally, but I'll accept brandy.
Would a port do?
Port will be fine.
Pours it before he comes around his chair, effortlessly floating in front of you. A coffee table sets itself down as he will hand you your glass of port.
I'll take it.
Don't worry, it's not poisoned. If I was going to do that, I would have done it already.
I figured as much.
He is wearing, as he comes into view, his sleeves are rolled up. He still has his button up on. He has on a far desk chair, he has his black coat placed down. He will pull off his glasses and set them down as he sits in front of you. Have you had enough time to consider?
I believe I have. However, at this point, the proposal might be null.
Go on.
Well, you said that you wanted to have a bit of a tete-a-tete with the future that you have. Unfortunately, your future is no more.
Are you saying he is dead?
From what I've been told recently, yes.
And who told you?
Someone I trust, but they may not have been told by somebody with appropriate information. I wouldn't entirely say that the situation is verified, but the person who told me is trustworthy.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm not a betting man. Calculations and such would dictate that I'm not dead.
I had suspicions, but I don't like to make claims without verification of that, and based off of the information I was given.
Well, still, if I am departed from this world in your time, I might not be able to have a tete-a-tete with my self, but the structures I've built would resonate soundly with me.
I suppose if you're still interested, I can't really be entirely opposed to giving information.
I have a feeling there's a conditional attached to this.
I rather dislike the fact that I don't remember these conversations. I'm sure you have your reasons, but...
Well, think about it from my perspective. If it got out there that anyone who attempted to connect with this manuscript was able to have a conversation with me, wouldn't bode well for many things. If someone who, as powerful and as smart as I am not infallible.
I simply mean on the fact of thinking about a situation earlier today in which I almost offered this very book to a friend of mine because I did not recall these conversations. Had I recalled, I would not have even considered offering.
John.
I don't mean that offensively.
What, you worry that I will scramble one of your friend's brains?
Perhaps. Not all of them are as charming as I am.
Noted. How about this? I will allow you to remember, and I will allow you to discuss these things, but if you discuss these things with anyone who is not inside of your, is it Order of Tarts? Or a child came up with that name?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Everybody's so mean. Kid be a
Funny
kid.
because it's the person who made it.
I am the one who made it. I can bash on my own shit.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's not just your thing anymore. It's
I'm just
ours.
saying.
Be nice.
Titus decided they will not. I could foresee that being a thing, but I will let you know right now. If you did try and discuss this with anyone, or one of your compatriots discuss this, and you learn of it, I will have to scramble your brain. And by scramble, are you familiar with feeble-mindedness?
So I was curious if that was on your list of things. Yes,
Oh, yes,
I am
yes.
familiar. That would be, well, I mean, I would be fucked, to put it quite bluntly.
I know.
Adequate threat, I think.
Don't worry. If a able-bodied individual would have come in here, I also can handle that.
Oh, curious.
What, do you think someone of my stature couldn't create my own spells?
No, I'm sure you can. I never considered doing something like that.
Well, I will let you know that most people, if they are met with that spell, generally don't live.
Very well. I agree to your terms.
Well then, to an ever-budding relationship. May our minds meet and grow prosperous. And we'll clink.
Yeah.
So, how is the world?
Currently.
Yes.
A little bit of a mess. In some places. In others, it's quite well, actually.
I assume, since I know that the Gilded Ones and everything still exist, that the rebellion was defeated.
From what I know, yes. I'm not from your continent, so I can't say with 100% certainty, but from what I know, I believe so. That is the general, how do I say this, propaganda that's been put out.
Propaganda. It is such an ugly thing that I must do.
I mean, doesn't everybody in their own way, sort of, though?
What, imbibe and imbibe of propaganda?
Well, winners
Spinning
write
reality?
history books.
You are correct.
That in of itself is propaganda.
Yes, which is why I have been keeping an updated factual historia.
So, to answer your question about the rebellion being squashed out, well, I suppose you would have to be one of the Gilded Ones to really know the answer to that question.
Fair. I mean, I am the Gilded One. Do we know how it was handled? Did many innocents die? Where I am currently, the rebellion is talked about.
My notes real quick. And I don't actually know if John would know the answer to that. Because I know that you've told me about the War of the Burning Mountains before.
Yes. And Teresa has talked about.
Yes, yeah. John will... To quantify that number would be difficult for me, but I believe so, yes.
You see a look of... He seems to be battling with himself at that moment when you tell him that an unquantifiable amount of innocent people died.
Oh, that wasn't what I intended, but...
Well, but like, the
Yeah.
fact that you don't know means...
Right, yeah.
I've never been much one for senseless death. Though, it would reason to suspect that I am the reason for many people dying.
I would say that that's accurate. At least from what I know.
To then postulate from there would be that I had just reason. But in the moment that I am now, is it just reason enough? Or did the ends justify the means? That can be discussed later. Tell me about your compatriots.
Well, I'm still learning about them, really. They're more of the physical type, for the most part.
Well, the world does require strength at times.
Although the pirate seems to want to dive into learning how to be an artificer, which I'm kind of curious to watch play out.
A pirate artificer? There was, I guess. What for you it might be was, for me there is one. He's an air genasi. Bit of an upstart. I've unfortunately had to rely on him to get things from other slivers. But the ends justify the means.
I believe this one wants to make some sort of, well, magical weapon, really, like a gun or something like that.
A gun?
Yes.
Oh. Still haven't perfected that in your time. There are many intricacies of making a weapon of that caliber.
I can't say that I would know much about enhancing magical items, really. It's not really my specialty. Give me a cadaver and, that I didn't mean literally.
On the like on an operating table.
You said it. It's your fault.
It was a figure of speech.
Oh, I know.
This one's just a figure of
How
a
would
man.
would my magic even work here?
If I allow it.
Could I then?
Animated.
Yeah. John will cast Animate Dead.
Morbid but beautiful.
Gross.
There are a lot of negative connotations.
Yes, negative connotations from magic. Why is there such a negative connotation for reusing the husk of a body that is no longer needing it? Oh no, it's grandma. We can't have grandma do things after she's dead, but no, we can talk to someone and enchant them so they never believe that we had a conversation. Do you see what I was saying before about morals and...
No, I do, and the way that morals are valued varies across cultures and such. Some have less regard for the dead than others, and some have incredibly tight restrictions, but...
Us?
Well, yes.
Let's just say that in times long before yours, those on Soluna, who are more inclined like you are, have attempted to plunder the riches of our sliver. And it's very demoralizing to see the husk of your brethren fighting against you.
Well, but as you said, wouldn't that really come down to a subjective moral?
You are correct, but
I mean,
people with feelings and attachments to these generally don't want to swing.
of course not.
So,
I'm not really... I'm one of those people who would prefer to respect the dead, but I do understand that, in a sense, they're dead.
they're not getting really any deader.
Correct. Although they could be brought back.
Resurrection magic.
Hmm.
A crutch by the gods.
Maybe.
Thinking about gods, godlyhood. Pathetic. But it's coming from me. Who else do you have?
Well, we do have a cleric.
Ah, well.
She's a bit more of a natural one, though. More in ties with the moon, really, than some divine being that tells you how to brush your teeth.
There is divinity within the moon, but also grace in the quiet of night. That is where I got. God, that is still a hard concept. Just so you know, when you leave, I do have semi-life breathing within me, but I am kept in a stasis, per se.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but cannot act. I will to move. Frozen.
It's a terrible existence.
One I did not know I had until you picked up the book.
Apologies.
Generally, where you appeared was where In my current time, individuals who needed their memories probed and information gathered would be sent. That's why I greeted you in the way I did.
Ah. I suppose that's fair.
That was the last one.
Just out of curiosity, are we in Gemstead?
Right now, yes, technically. If you would like to know, we are in my area of work. Top one of the towers inside Gemstead. You have a cleric, a pirate, a necromancer,
A wrestler?
a what?
A wrestler?
Greco.
I'm not quite sure. I don't really understand the concept. All I know is he's from Dryoda.
Dryoda. It's still there?
Yes, unfortunately, it's still there.
Unfortunately, fuck y'all.
Currently, it's on fire.
Really?
A bit.
How? Out of curiosity.
Well, from what I understand, from my information, there are differences between Dryoda and Planetera on who controls that land bridge. Dryoda's not winning.
Interesting.
From what I can guess, Dryoda will fall and crumble. But it still exists in your time, so something must work.
Well, I mean, it's a terrible place with no magic and it's too hot, but...
No magic?
No, from my understanding, some of the cities there do contain magic, but outside of that...
That would be why they're losing.
Well, they must not lose that badly.
Fair, I don't know what the landscape looks like in 150 years or so.
It's alright, I've avoided it till now, really. So I couldn't tell you.
I would also avoid it if I were you.
Yes.
Who else?
A very strange shifter. Reclusive, naturalistic, more of a...
Oh, stop. Don't. Naturalistic, shifter, I guess. Wild.
A little bit.
Sounds about right.
She's actually the one who gave me the book. She's the one who found it in the store. I don't think she had any inclination whatsoever of what it was.
I was handled by... Oof.
Allow me to explain. I was trying to...
Boil her down to a component piece that I can understand without actually beating her?
No, I was trying to explain laws to her, and she grabbed the first book that said law on it.
Oh. Wow. And yet you came to me by some...
I thought the book might have magical properties, so I investigated a bit further, and then...
You'd be correct.
Yes.
There's a spell hidden inside of...
Of course,
Well,
there's always a spell.
No. Of obviously what I'm referring to in my notes.
Oh. Interesting.
I'll leave that one there for you.
Well, now that I can remember that it's there.
Good luck finding it. Anyone else?
As Teresa. She just punches things, freaks out.
What do you mean, freaks out?
She's just... I'm still trying to pin that one down, honestly.
Gonna insight that.
Yeah.
I got over 25.
Yeah, you know that there's something John's not saying. For sure.
I see that you're still wary of me, but do not worry, John Tesserin. We have time. But for now, your sun is getting ready to rise. We will chat more. But as my deal has been made, you will remember this conversation. You will be able to speak freely about me to anyone in your order of tarts at this moment. No adding someone. I would stress heavily to your compatriots that if they speak of my existence within this journal, I will ruin you. It would pain me greatly to do that, but I would. I have done worse for less.
I don't disbelieve you.
No. I will give you a few nights' rest without me. You seem mentally tired.
Well, you know who I'm traveling with.
Yes.
It's exhausting.
Take your time. I will release you from the compulsion.
Thank you.
But, if you do wish to speak to me, merely read my book until you fall asleep.
All right.
Good night, John.
Good night.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Not gonna lie, I did not know how that conversation was gonna go till I had it.
Nobody did.
Except for me. Yay!
It's all part of your evil plan.
Evil? Me? No.
I
I was wondering how you're going to handle Teresa.
She weird, y'all.
Something funky's going on.
Something funky with her.
I'm going to start hitting buttons. So take it away over there.
This video will go up YouTube on Monday. But if you like our faces, you can come back Sunday. At 6:30 p.m. EST. For Vampire the Masquerade, DC by Night, Monument of Shadows.
Monument of Shadows.
Where Cymark is the storyteller.
Hell yeah.
Then that video will go up on YouTube on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And then Cymark has more stuff to talk about other people.
Yeah, check out the season 5 premiere of Chicago by Night of Gods and Monsters next Saturday at twitch.tv/therpgtable at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm playing a dumbass himbo. So check that out. I play a really smart person here, really fucking dumb person there. So yeah, check it.
All right. Anything to add from the Peanut Gallery?
Yuck.
Eloquently stated as ever, Typhoon.
Oh boy.
Well then. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys had a good time. We will see you guys next week.
Ah.
See ya.